What's going on, guys? It's your boy Darian Gilliam, aka Black Flags Matter, and you're probably asking, Darian, why is the season 1 finale of the podcast on your channel? Well, it was supposed to be on Jarrett's, aka the Icebergs, and you saw I posted something a little bit earlier on in the YouTube community tab earlier this afternoon about it, but I don't know. Apparently, there's some technical difficulties over there with Jarrett where he can't even like get the Hangouts link to work right now. And then with Danny at work and stuff, looks like it's just me and Eric right now. So what's up, guys?
Yeah, we're just it's just you and me. This is kind of weird. I was joking before we went live, since Danny's still at work, he should be joining hopefully pretty soon. And then Jarrett's having technical issues. It's ironic that, Jarrett and Danny are technically the ones who started the podcast, like back in January, February, whatever it was. But look at you and me. We're finishing out season 1.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, dude. If they don't come today, that's gonna be hilarious.
This is gonna be like first take. Except Dan, then I have to be
skip.
I have to be Max Kellerman or Skip Bayless. I do not want to be either of those.
Oh, Max Kellerman? No. Oh, hold up. No. I was thinking of Undisputed. My bad.
Either way, I don't want to be Skip and I don't want to be Max. I don't want to be either of them. So this breaks really bad for me.
Let's just say, like, hypothetically, like, let's say NASCAR gets like really big up to the NFL's numbers again in terms of ratings. I wonder if it got really big again, would they start talking about like NASCAR and stuff?
I'd like to see a NASCAR race hub, but it's formatted the way First Take or whatever it's called, Undisputed. Get Jimmy Spencer and I don't know, Ricky Craven, and have them just shout at each other for an hour every day. I'd watch a little bit of that.
No, honestly, I think our version is kind of like the First Take or the Undisputed of the NASCAR community. I think our fans would probably agree with that. So right now we have 114 watching, and I don't know how many likes do we have. The last time I checked, we had like 5, something like that. Oh, and we only have 11. So make sure to lick the like button, everyone.
I'm surprised there's that many people watching with no Danny. I mean, what's the content today? I mean, geez.
Well, I mean, honestly, we did switch it last minute, so they're kind of, I don't know. It's like they're kind of like, what's going on and stuff. So, all right, so basically, like, I don't know. It's just the season finale of the podcast. We were basically just gonna reminisce about like everything and stuff. So I guess I can kind of, I guess I'll tell you guys a little funny story on how I joined this podcast. So
I can't wait. I actually haven't heard that.
Yeah, so basically, I was in Reno. I had just started my channel. It was spring break at my school, so I went to Reno to visit some friends over at UNR. And basically, I was pretty hammered. I was pretty inebriated pretty much almost the entire trip. And I get back to the hotel. It's like 1 a.m. there. And granted, I have to leave. I have to drive back home that morning, pretty much like 5 hours later. So I got to drive back. And and Danny just DM'd us. He said he's leaving right now, so he'll be here shortly. So yeah, so basically, I open up the creator studio part of my channel and stuff, and I look at messages because at the time, like, YouTube had messages. They've since gotten rid of it. And I get a message from Jarrett, aka the Iceberg. And he was like, hey, we're doing a podcast. So it's like, do you want to, guest star in it someday? I literally read it for like a minute. And I was like, oh, I'll take it back tomorrow. Cause I'm like drunk. I'm like drunk as hell. And then I forget about it for a month. And then I check my messages again and I'm like, oh, he did. I'm like, oh, that's what I've been forgetting the whole time. Cause I've been like thinking like, am I forgetting a little something for like a month? And then like, oh, I wanted to join the podcast. So my only regret is that I didn't join it sooner, unfortunately.
I hadn't heard that story. I knew you. I remember when the first episode you appeared on, I'd only been here for a couple of weeks, and I was kind of like, oh, who's this guy? Never heard of him. And then the next week you came back, and then the week after you came back, and I'm like, oh, I guess he's the permanent now. All right, sweet deal, fun.
Well, actually, it's kind of funny. The first time I started, I was just supposed to be the guest. Like that was it. And then I was like, oh, and I was talking with my parents that night. I was like, damn, I want to join it, but they seem like they're pretty stacked, so I can't join it. Like I want to join, but I don't think they'll let me on. And then a week later, I'm about to watch it again, and then Jarrett sends me an email like, hey, we don't really have a guest. Do you want to come on again? I'm like, oh, sure. Like, let's do it. And then, then it was over from there. Then the rest is history.
Love at first sight, and we had ourselves a beautiful square of podcast hosts that we could.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
I could tell my.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I could tell my story, but it's not as exciting as yours, being drunk and forgetting about us for a month. That's pretty exciting.
Yours is interesting because when Jarrett and Danny, they were starting out and stuff. Jarrett had been on YouTube for like a year, but he'd been really on and off. And then Danny, he was just getting started. And then all of a sudden, like Eric, who has 76,000 subs, all of a sudden just decides to join and help and team up with these newcomers and stuff. What's the deal with that?
Yeah, it was interesting. I was actually doing a live stream. I don't remember what game I was playing. I was probably playing NASCAR Heat 2 or something at the time. I was doing a live stream, and I get like requests from people, all the time asking if I can help with their videos, do something like this. And usually I check it out, and usually, I mean, no offense, but usually a kid with who's 13 and has done nothing, and I'm like, I'm sorry, kid, can't really. I'll give you pointers, but I'm not going to help you with the video. But I think it was Danny, was sending me sent a couple, not super chats, but just normal comments asking if I wanted to be on their podcast. And I was like, okay, I'll look into it. I had no intention of looking into it. But later that night I was bored and I'd seen enough. He'd sent me enough messages that I was like, you know what? Let me at least look at this podcast. Let me see. I was mainly curious to see if it was going to be a 12-year-old making videos or if he was going to be actually like my age, like 20 or something. Of course, I checked him out and I watched a little bit of like their first couple episodes they'd done. And I was like, oh, okay. They're like my age. They seem to be not insane. So I was like, I'll do it. And, I didn't really think about the time, at the time, I guess I had probably something like 60,000 subscribers, which, I knew that me being there would help boost their numbers a little bit, but it was also something I'd always been looking to get involved with, like NASCAR content creators. Cause I've been on here for years and really interacted with people very little. Like I've known about like N2SC4R. I've known about Real Radman or Affleck Cup Series. I've known about them for years, or at least a couple of years at least. David Land even, and I never ever reached out to him. I was just kind of shy, kind of a shut in. So this podcast it's a good chance to get to know people, and I'm glad I did it. It's been fun.
That's interesting because I don't know, I've been on here for less than a year now. Well, it's going to be a year on December 28th, and pretty much my whole time I've pretty much collaborated with damn near everyone in the community and stuff. But then you were on here for 50 years, and you didn't collaborate with one person. I was like,
no. I was on my own island over there, I guess.
I don't know. It's just the community and stuff. There was nobody had a problem with anyone or anything like that. It's just there was no one really speaking to each other and stuff and all that stuff. And then since the podcast, now you got we pretty much have group chats and stuff. We got group chats for the podcast, group chats for the Pro Series and stuff. And I pretty much talk to pretty much everyone every day, almost, it seems like. So I don't know. It's crazy. And it's like pretty much everyone who's a content creator on YouTube is basically speaking to each other too. I think that's really unheard of in communities such as the NBA YouTube community or the NFL one.
Yeah, you get pockets when you get really big popular people. You have maybe two people. You have groups. Your little mini groups. But this is kind of cool because it is a big group. And I mean, none of us are huge. We're not catching national media attention rarely. So I think it makes sense. There's no big egos anywhere. So that's why it's been fun. That's why doing the YouTube Pro Series, especially, which I know we'll talk about later, because that's coming up. The official start's coming up. That's been cool because everyone's just kind of getting together, having fun. Also being a little competitive, but it's all good and great. I've said I started doing my YouTube channel. I was doing YouTube. I was doing NASCAR stop motions, and those are fun. But those are literally me trapping myself in a room for 20 hours a week, playing with toy cars, and that's fun and great, good. Did that for a long time, but I never really the last year doing YouTube, and I've said this before, the last year doing YouTube has been the most fun I've had doing YouTube. When I started college at the start of towards the end of 2016, when I started college, I thought I'd have to basically stop YouTube. I was kind of planning to make a few videos here and there. I started doing Out of the Groove. It was the playoffs of 2016. I started doing Out of the Groove just for the chase. And I was like, this is okay, but they're only getting 1,000, 2,000 views each. It is what it is. I was used to the stop motions that got 100,000 views. So I was like, this isn't going to work. But I stuck with it, and even towards the end of 2017, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep doing this in college. I got a lot of work, got to focus on paying a lot of money to get a degree here. I should probably focus on that rather than this YouTube thing. But then this year, getting to do the podcast stuff with you guys, having Out of the Groove start to take off a little bit more, getting to interact a lot more with the fans. In the past, in comment sections or on live streams, people would just complain about oh, why'd you make Jimmy Johnson lose, the W Cup Series race? And I'd be like, I don't hate Jimmy Johnson, guys. It's just there. It is what it is. Nowadays, I get to interact with people on live streams, obviously on the podcast, and then just in comment sections in general and on Twitter and whatnot. And we actually have real NASCAR discussions where we can talk about the history. We can talk about what's going on today. We can talk about favorite drivers. And so, yeah, the last year has been easily the most fun I've had doing YouTube videos I've now done about 7 years now. So I think that I owe a lot of that to you, Darian, Danny, and Jarrett, wherever you guys are, all the guests we've had, and of course the comment section. That was kind of mushy. You're welcome for that, chat.
I don't know. I just think it's like a rebirth. Like the entire community has just been like reborn and stuff. I mean, not like it's not like there was anything wrong with it before, but you got everyone working together. I mean, you got basically me, Jared, and Danny are like new. I mean, we're basically like basically brand new content creators and stuff, and also IDK player. With his NASCAR Heat his NASCAR Heat content and stuff, and then you have the usual ones, yourself, N2SC4, Kamikaze, and all those guys. I mean, it seems like we're all like gelling together and stuff. I don't know, it's just awesome. It's a great time to be a NASCAR YouTube content creator, I guess.
For sure, yeah. So on this nice note, we've kissed each other, kissed the other people in the chat.
We basically kissed ass. We pretty much kissed ass.
That's all we've done now for the last for the first 10 minutes.
No, I like your videos. No, I like your videos.
Your videos are better.
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh.
We got a Rip Weekly Podcast Season 1. Yeah, but we want to make sure everyone knows the reason this is called the Season 1 finale, not the series finale, is because we will be back at the start of 2019.
We will be back. Yes, Season 2. We'll be back.
Better than ever.
I believe sometime in February we'll be back. Probably a week before the Daytona 500. So, probably the week of the Clash we're gonna be back. I assume.
Probably. I mean, we don't know for sure, but yeah, it'll be February, probably early February. So, don't unsubscribe from any of us. I mean, we're coming back. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be good and great.
Yeah, guys, don't ever unsub us and stuff. I mean, the off season is only like 2 weeks. It's only like it feels like only 2 weeks basically compared to other sports and whatnot. So,
oh gosh, yeah.
So for sure. Hey, really quick, Eric, you can help me out with something here for a second. So this is for this is a project for my journalism class. So I have to basically make a video, and this will be like it'll like count towards my final and stuff. We have to make a video for journalism about like a topic and stuff, and kind of try and sort of relate it to like people our age and and things of that nature. So I'm gonna do mine on the rise and fall of NASCAR. So so really quick, I have to interview like 3 people and stuff, and basically I was just gonna like clip other people's videos and say like, hey, I interviewed this guy and stuff, because like they're
not gonna know.
He's not gonna know. Yeah. So
Darren, if you're watching right now, please unplug your Ethernet cable, please.
Oh wait, that's not smart because he does know about my channel too. I don't think he's subbed though.
Darren, you're not thinking this through. But.
I don't think he's subbed though. So like really quick. So like for my project later, give me your opinions and thoughts on the sport today, so I can use it in my project later.
Well, that is a loaded question indeed. All right, my thoughts on the sport today. I think NASCAR has neared its rock bottom in terms of viewership and in terms of fan disinterest. I don't think it's quite there yet, but I think it's very, very close. I think it can mostly only go up from here. I made a video last week, which I know that's irrelevant for your project. I'm not going to go find my video, but I'm letting the people in the chat know. I'm optimistic for a multitude of reasons. I feel like the sanctioning body is listening to fans for the first time in a long time. And I know that they've listened to fans, but I feel like they haven't really made the proper decisions. I feel like now they're listening to fans better than ever. Partially, I think it is because Brian France is out of there, and they got Jim France and other people. Steve Phelps seems to have taken on a bigger role and whatnot. And it sounds like they're at least open to experimenting, since they're kind of held in a box. They can't make any major schedule changes for about 2 years. They can't make any major car changes for about 4 years. But at the end of the day, they are doing a lot in the meantime, more than I thought they'd be able to in the meantime, in terms of minimal schedule changes. What was the Las Vegas is getting a dirt track doubleheader before the Cup race at the beginning of next year?
They're getting a World of Outlaws race with the K&N race. They moved the K&N race up to February and stuff, and hopefully this time the track is better, because the thing about Las Vegas is that speedway only runs that track basically twice a year. So they use a different type of material as far as like the dirt surface goes, because it's a desert. So they can't use the same material like at an Eldora or somewhere like that. So when the K&N cars were first on the track, all of them racing, it was like dust, like you couldn't see anything and stuff. It's kind of like that one video I did on
clips of that.
Yeah, it was that it's kind of like that one race review I did, the 1956 race number 37 canceled race where in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Like it got so bad, Lee Petty stopped, got out of the car, ran across the track, and then waved the red flag, which I know it's like the 50s and stuff, but even like back then, that had to be like, oh wow, like, that's funny.
Yeah. No, but in just like little changes like that, I think are going to be good going forward, especially in the short term. I'm impressed with how many short-term changes they seem willing to make, which, you just don't see that from many big sanctioning bodies, big organizations like that. But going forward in the long term, I think we've lost most, like all the big names from the last 20 years are all gone. Jeff Gordon, Dale Jr., Tony Stewart, Danica Patrick, Matt Kenseth, Carlos, et cetera. You can go on and on. They're gone. The only other big name we'll probably lose the next couple of years is Jimmy Johnson. You could throw Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex, but I'm not going to. Jimmy Johnson's big. Those guys are medium. We're going to lose Jimmy Johnson, but I think we have a lot of good drivers and some, not enough, but some good personalities. You have a mix. You have the very white collar people like Joey Logano coming up to the top series and becoming a champion, becoming a contender. But then you have still kind of the blue collar type guys. Like I feel like that's the vibe Ryan Blaney gives off. Clint Boyer's still here for the long haul. So you have a mix. You got great personalities. Bubba Wallace, I hope he becomes good. You have some diversity with him and Daniel Suarez, so it's not just a bunch of white guys out there. You got great young female driver Haley Deegan, who will likely be in a national series in the next couple of years. So there's a lot to be excited about as far as driver talent and personalities is concerned. It's just gonna see how many people really latch on to it. I'm optimistic that we can get the numbers, the viewer numbers and everything higher than they are now. Not necessarily TV ratings, because I think TV ratings for most things are going to continue to drop, not just NASCAR, but other sports TV ratings have been inconsistent lately too, just because of the changing media landscape. But I think in general, interest in NASCAR is only going to go up from here. I don't think it's going to go crazy up, but a little bit up. So that's why I'm optimistic. I think it'll be sustainable. I think NASCAR will get to a point where it is sustainable and still pretty entertaining for most people.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna people are just like throwing in the towel. They're thinking it's like, oh, it's gonna be like obsolete. It's gonna die. Like the sport's gonna shut down after 2024. Part of me says yes, but then part of me says no, because
it's not going to shut down. It might face big cutbacks, but I don't even think that's going to happen. I think it'll continue to face little bits of cutbacks like we see now.
I mean, NASCAR, it's like it brings in it brings in what, billions and billions and billions of dollars, from all three series and stuff. And then you just bought ARCA, so you're going to have more assets, and that's going to be more money from other potential sponsors and all that stuff. So, I mean, I'm not sure, but I do think though it does need to be rebranded. It needs a resell. I mean, it needs to be sold, because I don't know. I would like to see it. I don't know. I would just like to see it in the hands of someone other than the Francis. Honestly, get an outsider to run it, because an outsider, he'll actually probably listen to the fans and stuff and hear what they have to say, and that'll definitely carry a lot of weight. Honestly.
Mm-hmm. I'm just now thinking off the top of my head of some news stuff that I've read in the last few days. And I know one thing I saw was that for 2020, I think we talked about on the show a long time ago, NASCAR is looking at a new, title series format. Like it's not going to be the Monster Energy Cup Series after next year.
It's going to be kind of like what the NFL is doing and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the official soft drink of NASCAR, the official beer of NASCAR and stuff like that too. I mean, that's a better way, but it's going to be kind of odd, because I think the lower series is still going to be the Xfinity series, and then the truck series is still going to be the Gander Wait, what is it? Outdoors Tool Series, something like that.
It's just Gander Outdoors, I think.
Yeah, Gander Outdoors Tools Series, something like that. But then the Cup Series, what is it going to be called? Just the NASCAR Cup Series?
It's going to be called the NASCAR Cup Series. And the reason I bring it up is because they actually released some financial details from that. I can't remember the exact number, but they're looking for 5 main sponsors and the official blank. They're looking for 5, and I think for a full series, a full year, they're asking for $20 million, which is actually more than what Monster is paying right now, but less still than what Sprint paid. But it's $100 million, and they're offering more than just the title sponsor. They're offering a lot of, I think it was digital assets as far as social media advertisements, and there's a big pile in there. And another thing I saw was that one company that is pretty much a lock to be in one of those spots already is Coca-Cola. So likely 1 out of the 5 is already filled. Can they fill the other 4? We'll see. I think it's interesting that they are actually going forward with this new model, and we'll see if it makes them more money, if it makes NASCAR better. I don't know.
I'm looking at the chat because I said I'm. By the way, I'm really tired, guys. If you couldn't tell, I didn't go to bed until like 1 o'clock last night, and then I got up at like 8 o'clock and didn't go back to sleep. So I'm a little tired. And I was like, the chat saying the gander out because I was like outdoors tool series and stuff.
I don't think it's even tools. I think it's just Gander Outdoor. It's like a
just Gander Outdoors. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm a little sleepy, guys. I'm just I don't know. Just really tired. So
we have 1.5 hosts tonight.
Dude, I didn't think I was gonna have to host. I was like, okay, I'll just get on and then I'll we'll just have some fun, say my things, and then I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah, now you gotta drive the conversation forward because all you guys
know,
and I'm terrible at this.
Yeah, I know. I got to drive the conversation, man. I know. It's funny. We've never been we've never done like a little show, just us two, have we? We've never done that or whatever. We've always had someone with us and stuff.
Yeah, we're the ED show.
The ED show? That don't sound right. Man. Oh God.
That's why they never let us in a room alone, because it just wouldn't work. It just isn't a good brand.
Yeah, I don't know about that. No. All right, but since no, that's kind of funny. But no, since we're basically going to be reminiscing on the show and stuff, let's talk about some of the memes that have come from this show, man, over the year.
Can I pull up that picture? God, who sent us that Photoshop?
Wasn't it Eric Keplinger?
Was it Eric Keplinger? He sent us that Photoshop car with a bunch of podcast memes. That was funny.
Yeah, pulled that up. Yeah, but dude, we've had so many.
Keplinger, I know you're probably watching. Send me the photo again, or just like tweet it again.
We've had so many memes. Oh, he just tagged us in something.
Oh,
yeah, Keplinger Day. Yeah,
on the ball.
One. Yeah, pretty much on the ball with that.
Well, he's already talking about memes. So he has, in fact, this is not what I was intending to talk about, but he just posted this photo, the most iconic podcast meme for each person in 2018. And you can see he has our 4 beautiful faces. For you, Darian, it looks like a John Deere made the
John Deere one. Yeah, then Bob Ross.
Of course, I'm Bob Ross, which I still don't get, but it is what it is. Danny with the mayonnaise. If you guys stayed late for that one stream a couple months ago, Danny got a considerable number of super chats, basically begging him to cover himself in mayonnaise, and that got a little out of hand. We had to cut that podcast short.
Yeah,
but what was Jarrett's? Oh, the swear jar.
The swear jar. Yeah, that was a little longer. It seems.
My favorite thing is the photo of Jarrett that he chose for this.
What the? He looks weird. Oh, that's weird. I don't know what.
I mean, he shows pretty bad photos of all of us. I'm not gonna lie. Here you go. He just took this of you, Darian. This looks like it was literally from tonight's show.
Wait, hold on. No, that's not. Wait, is that from tonight's show?
I mean, it looks like it's from tonight's show. It's your same colored shirt, same hair.
I guess that's me. Yeah, I guess that's me then.
Our fans, they are quick. They are quick with the memes. Don't test their meme skills. They're the fastest. NASCAR is maybe not the fastest motorsport anymore, but it's the they got the fastest memes. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So Danny said he was leaving like 20 minutes ago, so he should probably be here in about he should be here pretty soon.
Yeah, we got to hear his. I want to know how he got started on the podcast.
I think it was him. It was just him and Jarrett. I know Jarrett. Jarrett came up first. Jarrett came up with the idea, and then I believe he reached out to him and stuff like, "Hey, you want to do this?" I believe the first ever podcast. This is true. I think it had a record high of 3 people watching at the same time.
3 people, and I bet 2 of them was them looking at the chat. So
it was probably them. And now, right now, I'm seeing we are hovering right around 200 people watching at one time. So I appreciate that, guys, and especially it means a lot because we had to move the podcast last minute and stuff too, and you guys had to transition over all the way from Jared.
The 2 of us here, like all the Jarrett and Danny fans are pretty disappointed right now.
Yeah, I know they're pretty disappointed. I'm disappointed too, man. I like all of us. I like all of us in the same one and stuff. But I mean, it's not like we're not gonna see each other again. We're probably gonna be. I mean, we're probably gonna be in the same party during the first Pro Series race.
That's true.
Because we're all teammates. So yeah, we'll probably be all in the same party. By the way, guys, 201 people watching, and I believe there's only 75 likes the last time I checked. So make sure to click the like button again. Let's get it up to 100 before
Danny shows up.
Yeah, before Danny shows up.
When Danny gets here, we need to see a nice, beautiful 120 likes in the description. That would be perfect.
Yeah. So as far as the memes, go ahead.
No, I was trying to think of memes. I was trying to think what else was
Yeah,
iconic from this.
as
From
far
this
as the
year.
memes, well, yeah, we already talked about the John Deere one. By the way, guys, I want to sell T-shirts. I'm trying to look for like some kind of T-shirt designer or something like that. So if you know anyone, please tell them to DM me on Twitter because I'll even split the profits with them for helping me create the shirt and stuff. I just want to sell I just want to like have a shirt out there and stuff. Not really to make profit, but it's just funny. Like people are gonna ask, like, what does this mean? Like John Deere, like, with the Y at the end and stuff. Like what does this mean, man? So so I want to sell shirts. And then what's another one? Oh, JTG Dottie Racing. Remember that?
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was good.
I
Stubborn. You had a few nice little slip of the tongues.
Yeah,
Stubborn.
stubborn. Well, hey, I gotta be honest though. I didn't know stubborn. I was literally about to say stubborn because it's been said so many times. I didn't know stubborn was spelled like that. I always thought it was spelled BURN, not BORN.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I don't blame you too much. I don't know if I could have spelled stubborn correctly.
No, but here's the thing: the joke was on me because someone said it. I can't remember who said it. And I was like, haha, that guy spelled stubborn wrong. and then Jarrett was like, Darian, that's how it's spelled, right? And I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. And then everyone's like, yeah, it is. Like, what are you talking? I'm like, oh, there we go again. I'm gonna. Oh, that's another
mentions baseball races. I remember that was when I was going on like some rant about something, and I didn't even notice I'd said it until like 30 minutes later. And then I was like, oh yeah, I said baseball races. My bad.
I heard it, but I was like I don't think anyone noticed. But then I checked the chat, like, wait, baseball races? What are you talking about? So like that's the thing about doing a show live and when it's not rehearsed, like you gotta watch what you say because they'll take it and pick it apart and stuff like that too. The fans will. Like I have to explain to some people who ask about my channel, and the one question I've been asked the most is aren't you like scared to be doing like a show live and stuff? Because what if you mess up? And I'm like, I messed up a few times, and I've been
ridiculed.
I've been basically ridiculed and memed and stuff all the time. But you know what? It's funny. I mean, it's just fun. It's just supposed to be funny and stuff. And I also tell people like, don't take it personal, don't take it serious and stuff. It's just all in good fun because if you take it serious, then people will they'll never stop. They'll keep going at you with it and stuff. I mean, they don't stop now and stuff, but I mean, it's funny.
Yeah, no, we love the memes. We love them for the most part, most of them. So yeah, I've had some good ones.
And also fast go racing. I said that.
Go fast go. That's funny. Greg Biffle to the 69. That's not our meme. That's Greg Biffle's own meme.
Yeah, Biffle did that all.
Biffle was that. Joey Logano's a top 3 talent as a meme of the year.
Hey, he won the championship.
He won the championship. I'd still put him 5th, but your argument got better. I'll say that. Before, when you first said that, I'm like, no, he's like 7th. But after you said that, a few weeks later, after he ran so on the playoffs, I'm like, okay, no, you're right. I guess I'll put him 5th. You got to remember, last year he didn't even make the playoffs. So thinking of him as a top 3 talent when he missed the 16-car playoff was kind of like.
Well, I mean, his career, it's been very up and down. So I don't know, it's been so up and down with him and stuff. He's either really good or he's really bad, by his standards. So I mean, it's one of the best turnaround seasons ever, honestly, when you really think about it.
No, yeah.
To go from a dismal 17th in the standings and no playoff appearance to a championship. That's kind of the equivalent to football of a team maybe going maybe 5-11 and 6-10 and then winning the Super Bowl the next year, I would say.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
They said the big 3 is dead was a meme. You were right about Logano being a top 3 talent perhaps, but in the end I was also right about the big 3 being dead.
Well, who's your top 5? I don't know who your top 5 is. That's what
I'm trying to think of these. I think I still put Kyle Busch at number 1. I'm going to put Kevin Harvick at number 2. I don't think Truex. I think Logano is equal or even slightly better than Martin Truex. Here's the thing that's difficult for me. I'd put Kyle Larson at number 4. And at number 3, I have Jimmy Johnson, but I think he's on his way out. That's a tough one for me to put in there. Competitive with Joey Logano, I have Martin Truex Jr. I could go either way. Chase Elliott, I could go either way. And there's one guy I'm forgetting. Who am I forgetting? Brad Keselowski. In fact, I actually think Keselowski is probably better than Joey Logano.
You're not going to put Matt Kenseth in there? I know he raced part-time. He raced
this year. 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Let me see. In 2016, I would have put Matt Kenseth probably 4th or 5th. I would have put, let me go back to 2016 for a second. I would put Jimmy Johnson 1, Kyle Busch probably 2, probably Kevin Harvick 3, Keselowski might have been 4th, but then what? You have Carl Edwards, Matt Kenseth, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, or not Brad Keselowski, all those other guys. I feel like they're all pretty equal, and since I'm biased and also think Matt Kenseth was constantly underrated, I would have put Kenseth 5th. Back in 2016.
I'd say he's still, he's not top 5 anymore because he's never going to race again. But even when he was racing part-time, that 6 was terrible to
he had a few great moments, but he also had a couple this year. He had a couple races where I was like, what are you doing? Like, I think of the All-Star race, he started on pole, 3 laps in, he was like 17th, and he never got back in the top 15.
Well, can you really blame? Oh my gosh. Look who's here.
Back.
How's it going?
Dude, what happened? You're back.
You left us on our own for too long.
Yeah, technology sucks.
Oh, thank gosh you're here. I thought you weren't gonna make it, man, to the finale of your show that you started. That would have been fun.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll make it.
Well, he's here, guys, but he can't. We can't see him, unfortunately. What are you on? Are you on your phone?
Yeah, I had to reinstall the Hangouts app and everything.
Okay, turn your camera on and you'll be good to go.
No, I don't have a good place to set it, so
vlog your house.
Just vlog the house, man. It's the season finale. Might as well vlog the house.
Nah, my dogs are going nuts right now, so yeah.
Well, we want to see dogs. The internet loves dogs. You're not making any sense, Jarrett.
Yeah, I know.
No, the internet loves cats.
Yeah, they like dogs
Cat
too.
Videos.
Yeah. No, we were just talking about earlier in the very beginning of the show, of the finale, we were just saying it's gonna be this is funny because you and Danny start the show start off season 1, and then me and Eric, who came later on in the year, end up ending it off.
That would be a really funny way. Well, it's really funny because actually, I can't say the story on air, so
no, tell us.
Say plenty of stuff on air as we found out this week, but not this one.
All right, no, but we were just
say what you mean, right?
Yeah, pretty much. But no, we was earlier we was going over some of the best memes of season 1. What are yours? What are yours, man?
Well, there's the big ones. There's the John Deere's, the the stubborn stuff like that. But
that's all me, man. That's all me.
I was thinking of an older one actually, because I was looking back at some older ones, and while it's not exactly a meme, it was the one where we had the original fan stream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Let in 7 people at once, and it just went nuts.
You guys decided to give a backstory. It was the 3rd stream. I believe it was after the Vegas one, correct?
Yeah.
And
it was my 2nd or 3rd stream that I'd even been on. I think it was the 2nd time I'd ever been on.
And they thought it was a good idea to put the Google Hangouts link in the chat, and then it went berserk. Everything was crazy.
I'm dying now because imagine if we did that now. Back then we had maybe 50 people watching. Now there's 212 watching, and they all know they know how this works. So they would be on it.
Dude, they would just. Oh, I don't even want to imagine I don't know how many people can Google Hangouts fit at once.
10.
I think what we would have is 10 people would come on, and they would all be blaring Despacito through their speakers just to screw with us. That would be their.
Don't even start with that. Everyone,
the chat started with it a while back. I'm just giving them what they've been asking for.
And then what was funny too is I remember because Rusty was sitting there laughing the whole time, and me and him just start laughing about it. Whose idiot idea was that? And I'm like, oh, yep, that was mine. I'll admit it.
And whose channel was that on? Was that on yours?
No, that was on Danny's.
Oh, shit.
I wasn't going to try that on mine. What do you think?
The truth comes out.
The truth comes out. Oh, man.
You knew it would be a disaster all along, but you let it happen anyways.
Oh, man. Really quick, Jared, before you came in, Eric was talking about Kenseth, and what happened at the All-Star race. He was like running.
We were talking about we're still arguing about whether Logano was a top 5 talent or top 3 talent, and then he was talking like he was surprised I didn't put Kenseth ahead of him because I was giving my top 5, top 6. I have Logano.
Well, no, I was surprised. I was surprised you didn't have Kenseth in the top 5 in your top.
No, I not this year, of course not. And I was just telling him, like, he had a few great races. Obviously, the last 2 are great. And, he ran really well at Indianapolis, but he had a lot of races where he just ran 20th. And then I said the All-Star race was his first race back. He started on pole with the drafting package, and on lap 3, he was in 17th and never got past that again in the race. I think he finished 15th.
In his defense, maybe he had never raced this package at Charlotte before.
It was his first race back, so I guess I can cut him a little bit of slack. But, I still think even this year, I would have put Matt Kenseth probably as like my 10th best driver in NASCAR. Like today, in November 28th, 2018, he's the 10th best driver.
Of all time?
If we're looking –
No. Well, no.
This year. Top 3 talents today, I'd have to go with – Kyle Busch is up there. I'd say Harvick's up there too, and I'd say Kyle Larson then with the underfunded equipment.
That was my top 3. Or actually, I had Johnson at 3rd still, and I had Larson at 4th. But I admit that Johnson's probably slipped out of the top 3 by now.
Oh, that's another meme. Larson's gonna win. This is his week. His championship run begins now.
Or the meme that everyone had led as many laps as Jimmy Johnson for the first half of the
year. Yo, even Bubba had led more at one point.
I want to see how long that goes next year.
Oh yeah. Everyone's gonna be watching Jimmy Johnson like a hawk.
Yeah. Yeah, especially next year.
30, 38 laps or something, maybe 42.
I believe he led 40. I believe he led 43 all season.
Yeah, it was 40 something. It was in the 40s. But
making progress. I'll check to.
Well, geez, they won the championship like 2 years ago. Before that, and then all of a sudden, honestly, I knew they were Jimmy wasn't going to be like his usual self this year. But I figured he would at least get like a top 10 finish in points, and all that good 40, stuff. Oh, it was a clean 40 laps. Wow. Byron led more laps.
Under green flag pit stops.
Someone in the chat said Byron led more laps. Can you look up how many laps William Byron led this year?
I know for a fact that Johnson led the least amount of laps of anyone at Hendrick, because I know that Bowman led over 100, if I'm not mistaken, or close to that. But let's see. I'll look up Alex Bowman and then Byron.
Rusty Walrus mentioned in the chat he still can't believe that Bubba Wallace led laps at Bristol. Can we talk about that again? That's not a meme.
I remember that. That was on a Monday. Unfortunately, I had to leave early to go to class. I had this TV broadcast class that day. And I was like, wow, Bubba Wallace, he's leading and stuff. And I'm like running in the room. My stepdad's home. I'm like, dude, Bubba's leading and stuff. And he's like, oh, for real? And he turns it on. And he's leading like legit green flag laps and stuff. Yeah. He's battling for the lead, with Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski. Then all of a sudden his garbage of a crew chief, Drew Blickensderfer, doesn't really make any adjustments. And Bubba finishes like 16th a lap down. So that's what happens when you have Blickensderfer as your crew chief. I'm sorry. I know, look, don't get me wrong. Richard Petty, he's a legend, a 7-time champion, 200 career Cup Series wins, but he's a terrible car owner.
The only year Matt Kenseth missed the chase / playoffs, Drew Blickensderfer was his crew chief.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how you know he's bad, because if you, Kenseth's like the model of consistency, and if you're a crew chief and you can't get Kenseth into the playoffs, that's a problem. Now they did win the 500 that year, but Blickensderfer is pretty much
rain shortened.
He's just riding off of that, and it was a rain shortened race too. So I don't think Kenseth would have won that 500 if it was
probably not. Well, who knows? But probably not.
Yeah, who knows?
61 laps led for Bubba is what they're saying in the chat, and I'm gonna trust that. That sounds right.
Well, and
mainly because of all those Bristol laps.
Byron led 61, Bowman led 71, and Chase led 325, and then you got Jimmy at 40.
Jimmy,
who led the least? Who had is there someone who only led no, just in the just during the entire season? Is there a guy who just led one lap all year? Something
probably.
Like
I mean, yeah,
Probably was.
Parker Kligerman.
I don't even think he led a lap.
I don't even think he might not have even raced in the Cup Series this year for all I know. No, I think
he did. He did at Watkins Glen for sure, and the Roval, and he ran in the Coca-Cola 600.
Yeah, I know he ran. I think he even ran. I feel like he ran Texas when I was there. I feel like I remember seeing that. Yeah, he was. He ran Texas a few weeks ago.
Didn't he finish like last or close to last?
Oh, he probably did, but I do remember seeing him during driver intros and be like, "Hey, I didn't know Parker Kligerman was racing." Haha. But I just remember that's how.
So the chat, they're saying Justin Marks, Chris Buescher only led a lap apparently, just one lap the entire season, and then AJ Allmendinger only led 2 or 3, I guess. Oh, they're saying Michael McDowell led a lap.
Hmm.
Oh, and here's another interesting stat. Matt Kenseth led 5 laps. Trevor Bayne led 0.
Yikes, that's a good stat. I was actually just not looking up. I figured he led like 4 or 5 laps. I know he led a couple at Indianapolis when he won that stage, but yeah.
What I was also surprised by was NBC after he won the stage, like they did that that little promo with him and stuff, like, oh, Matt Kenseth wins stage 1, and it's like shows him doing the posing and stuff. They really thought. NBC really thought like, oh, Kenseth, he's in the 6th now. He's gonna start winning all these races and stuff, because they don't just like do those promos and stuff for like back markers. So they're like, oh, Kenseth might run up front and stuff, and he did.
So here's
a big enough name,
guys.
Yeah.
So Johnson led 40 laps this year. He led 217 last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if like the same laps led, he would have led last year. He would have finished behind Dale Jr., who had 47 laps led, and Casey Kane actually led 41 laps. So Johnson led less laps than any other Hendrick driver since at least 2016, probably way further back than that.
Ouch.
Probably the last Hendrick driver to lead less laps in a Cup Series season was Chase Elliott in 2015. When he started like 3 starts.
Yeah. That bad seasons video you just did, Darian, the most interesting stat wasn't even this year. You referenced last season for Jimmy Johnson, 2017. I think you said he only had 4 top 5s.
Here's the thing: 3 wins and 4 top 5s. So
3 wins is good, I guess, but they all came like in the first month and a half or 2 months.
Yeah,
and then he was garbage the rest of the year.
Yeah, and he also had 7 DNFs as well. So
yeah, 2017 was. I mean, we all said then it was the worst year of his Cup Series career, but
it was still good. Like he finished 10th in the standings. Like a lot of drivers,
but like they have that. From like May through November, and then through this season. So basically, since May of 2017, Jimmy Johnson's been like he's actually been bad.
I mean, everyone's here. Everyone's here now.
Danny B.
We are complete.
Yes, we are. Yes, so the entire podcast panel is here for the final for the season 1 finale. It only took about let's see,
45 minutes.
5 minutes. Yeah, it only took 45 minutes to do that. So
as I was on my way home, my fiance had mentioned to me that you guys said that it was weird how this started with me and Iceberg, and then it ended with you guys starting it.
Yeah, pretty much. That would have been funny. And I was also saying, like, man, it's grown. I believe during the first ever stream, you guys had a grand total of 3 views at the same time, 3 people watching at the same time. And now we are up to 225 people now. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to lick the like button again, guys.
Hey, and I told you guys that we need to have 120 likes by the time Danny B got here. We're at 123. So well done.
Wait, I thought you said 100. I thought you said 100.
No, I said an even 120. I wanted them to stop at 120, but it's okay if they went a little over. Go crazy with it, I guess.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so thank you guys so much. So Danny, how was work, man? Since you just got back.
It was good. I feel like I just kind of wasted the last hour or so, though.
Yeah, didn't you say you were just like you weren't doing anything? You were just like sitting.
Yeah, I mean, like we worked all day with 2 customers on car deals. One of them ended up saying he'd come back. Now, sorry, man, I bought from down the road. Yeah, okay. Spent the whole day with him yesterday, and he come back today and went and bought somewhere else today. So,
that's annoying.
And then we had one lady, nice lady, but she had expensive taste. She wanted a top of the line Toyota RAV4. It was $32,000, and she was dead firm on wanting it for $25,000 after taxes out the door.
Damn.
Trying to buy it with some paper clips and a piece of yarn.
Damn.
Which I know somebody on the chat are probably like, yeah, them darn Toyotas ain't worth even that much.
No, that's the old heads. That's the old heads who got mad at Jeffrey Earnhardt for driving a Toyota when he already does in the Cup Series. So,
well, to be fair, no one sees Jeffrey really during the races. So,
hell yeah,
if we're gonna be real,
until he's the obligatory caution.
Yo, Eric. So I watched your video yesterday. The top 10, your top 10 paint schemes and stuff, and you had two Bubba schemes, and I'm like, and it was kind of funny. You were like, with the first one, his click and close one, you were like, oh, I mean, it was good, but like he was running 30th every week, so you can't really see, like they don't go back that far. The only time you ever see Bubba Wallace this year, or if you ever saw him, was like when the leader was lapping him, pretty much. That's it.
Well, they did show that Daytona 500 finish about a gajillion times, but you know, it was
that was in the promos. I'm like, and they're like promoting it. I'm like, dude, Bubba's ran like trash all year. Stop it. He's not gonna run good. Like, he's not gonna all of a sudden just start clicking off and winning these races because you guys are running these promos. And even Austin Dillon, they were promoting his Daytona 500 win during the summer and stuff too on NBC. And I'm like, he's not running all that good, man. God.
You got to keep the prestige of the big race. You talk about it enough, it continues to be, I don't know, I guess. Yeah.
If you shove it down their throats enough, eventually they're going to believe that everything we say is true.
Hey, that's what the playoffs too. If we cram it and just cram it down their throats and stuff, we'll eventually.
But the thing about NASCAR is they don't promote it like when they should be. Like they should be promoting it towards the end of the year. I'm sorry, I know they want to go against the NFL, but I think they should be putting like NASCAR commercials on every NFL game just to be like, look, we're here too. Like, oh, you think this sucks? Check this out instead.
I do give NBC. I give NBC some credit because they would at least do it a little bit. Like NBC would because it's on NASCAR's on their network, and like during Sunday Night Football, I'd see it sometimes.
And it would games a lot.
Like I didn't watch that many NBC Sunday night games, but I remember one of the ones I watched towards the end of the season. They did a cool, like coming out of commercial break, maybe coming out of halftime or something. They had like the little 3D graphics of like, I think it might have been before the championship four. So they had like the 4 cars like animated onto the field. And it was Mike Tirico, whoever was saying like, the NASCAR finale. And I was like, that's really great, NBC. But like NASCAR is not going to pay any other network. They're not going to pay CBS or Fox when it's, to promote the final race.
I see Mountain Dew has paid Danny B to, promote their product.
Oh, I got to turn it the right way. I mean, the room is green and everything.
Yeah, I know. That's what I noticed. Yeah, that's what I noticed.
Turn that 6 upside down and it looks like a Chase Elliott man cave.
Exactly.
That's funny. We got a Chase Elliott fan and he has a trash driver like Trevor Bayne on his wall. It's funny.
Hockey Hero 03 is bringing another meme there. Breaking news.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm not going to do it right now. There's no breaking news. I'm trying to think of anything big.
Wait, never mind. We can't talk about that.
What is there big breaking news? Just whisper it to me. Nobody can hear. Just whisper.
Hamlin. Hamlin. I don't think we can't talk about that.
We're not going to speculate on this show.
You know who wants to have a fun time?
Denny Hamlin.
Why did you scream in my ears?
Yeah, guys. I don't know if you don't know anything about the Hamlin situation. Just I posted something yesterday in the community tab, so let's go read it.
I think there's a lot of people who have heard about this, but it's not worth us mentioning because it's probably fake news.
It is fake news, and I even said that in the chat.
Yeah,
I was like, yes, it's fake.
I remember seeing him that year because he would always like go right by me when I wanted his autograph. So.
Yeah, he said that.
There.
Damn Hamlin.
No, but apparently Greg Galt he's going to the 41, so he's apparently going to 41.
I'm surprised we forgot about that meme. That was my favorite meme.
That was last week.
Year. Yeah, it was just last week, but that reaction. I went back
to wait a minute. Wait, never mind. That's fake.
And then May come in, guys. The first thing I saw after work. Oh my gosh!
I was irate.
Oh my gosh, no. Caleb, he got me good with that one. So shout out to him.
That's great. You should wreck him this weekend.
Oh god, dude. The thing, if I do that, I probably would get so much hate and stuff for that. And stuff. Like, people would unsub to me and all that. And also, I'm also like one of the Pro Series founders. So it's kind of odd seeing one of the founders wrecking one of the other founders and stuff. I don't know. I won't. Yeah, that's just deliberately taking someone out. Jeez. And also, with the rules we've put in place, I would get suspended for a race if I did that, and my title hopes would be done. So speaking of the Pro Series, let's talk about it a little bit, guys. We just raced at Daytona. We just did the Silver Fox duels at Daytona. What If Racing won duel number 1, and then duel number 2 went to D-Ray. So everyone in on the podcast raced, and we're all teammates too. So I'm just
wait a minute. Eric. I knew your voice sounded familiar. You're the announcer from the Pro Series.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes, I was the Pro Series announcer for race number 1 and stuff. I famously said my famous quote was they could try the outside, but it was shit. So I literally said that during air. I was like, yeah. Don't go to the outside because it's trash. It's just trash.
So the point is, maybe Las Vegas shouldn't have you commentating the races because you.
No. They can have me commentate. I mean, it's different because it's a video game, so I can say whatever I want. And but in real life and stuff, I wouldn't say that for sure. But Eric, tell us about your race, man.
Like my race specifically, it was
kind of over before it started.
Well, it started, and then what happened? Like we all thought we were qualifying, and then we weren't qualifying. It was the actual race, and then heading down the backstretch in like the first lap. I'm not going to throw his name out. Well, I am. Kamikaze just wrecked me. I don't know what he did. He just straight wrecked me down the straightaway. So it's fine. It is what it is. That's the dual race. I didn't really care. And then from there, I was basically out of the draft pretty much all night long. So I just kind of rode on. I finished 5th out of 9 cars with no drafting help pretty much all night. So I'll take that.
Hey, that's like Natalie Decker. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. Yes. Well, except I didn't start on pole.
I blame North Dakota internet.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird. It was glitchy, but I mean, I was just driving. Then
it's like that crash that I had at the end. It looks like I just went up the track. It's like on my screen, I see Kamikaze's car just like basically ping-ponging off me in the wall.
Guys, Kamikaze lives in the dirt and mess state. What do you expect? So. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
Lesser Dakota.
No, I'm sorry. That's Wyoming. Wrong state.
Speaking of internet issues, Darian.
Oh yeah, that's right. So
Darian had some lag issues.
We had a good race all day. Or let me get a southern accent voice. Well, we had a good race all day and stuff, and we was running inside the top 3 and stuff, and then Danny B decided to be a dumbass and shoved it in there, and all that stuff, and killed our momentum. But other than that,
it was. Sure.
No, but in all seriousness, it was a good race and stuff. I was racing very smart throughout the race and stuff. I was running like right around the top 5 and stuff, and then the pack started to get spread out. And at one point, I was running second behind Joseph. Joseph speeds on pit road. Well, he didn't speed, but the game said he sped on pit road, so he was held for about 15 seconds. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna win this thing. Then freaking D-Ray takes no tires and is ahead by like 5 seconds. I'm like, oh, this figures. So I'm all like, oh, okay, I'll just back up to Danny B. And we're making moves. I'm like, oh, we're gonna catch him. And then I lagged into him and I killed the run. So
yeah, I was watching on my stream. You talk about your commentary on my stream. I was commentating the second race, and I'll be honest. I went back and looked at your commentary. You were a lot more professional. I was basically just like, whoa, the whole time. I'd see like one car just wiggle just because it would like lag for a second. I just be whoa! and then I'd be like, oh no, they're okay. They're in line. They're fine. Whoa!
Eric, I really wish you would have left your stream up because I wanted to go back and watch your reaction.
Yeah, I wanted to too.
I should have left it up. I just instinctively take down streams that aren't this pretty quickly, but I should have left that one up for a little bit longer. It would have been funny.
The chat, black rednecks matter.
Oh gosh.
And that was a pretty good southern accent. You got to admit, though, that was pretty spot on, wasn't it, Danny?
Yeah. Okay, you're gonna look at me, huh?
All right.
So maybe we need to ask White Flags Matter.
Oh, he's not here. Unfortunately, he's not here. He's at the library. He's at the library because he actually studies and stuff. So
You saying library?
Wait,
he's at the
there's
library. He's at the library.
what?
He's at the library.
Thanks for another meme, Darian.
Wait, what?
Are you seriously calling it that?
Why are you saying
I
what?
might as well just like keep going
not-
with the memes and
Dude,
stuff.
You're doing that on purpose, I swear.
The library. We're at the library right now. He's at the library right now.
Listening to Darian say anything is like listening to an Earnhardt say ambulance. I've never heard an Earnhardt say ambulance correctly.
I don't know. It's weird. It's like I don't know. It's like I say these words like wrong all the time and stuff. Like, you know, like sometimes like I don't know. I can't even like I can't explain it. Like okay. Like how do you guys say it?
Library?
I always say library for some reason. I just say library. I don't know. I just do. I'm like, hey, okay, I'll see you at the library.
Dude, the R is critical in that word.
I just say library, man. I don't know. I can't explain. I just say library. I don't know.
Do John Deere's eat libraries?
You should probably stop going to the library so you don't you don't
Yeah.
have to have this conversation with anybody else.
Next
Pretty
time you go to the library, I want you to get a dictionary, okay?
Dictionary. See, I can say dictionary. I can say dictionary just fine.
You should be able to say library.
I don't know, man. I can't explain
This
it.
is the guy we had announcing the pro series.
All right. Anyways, Danny B, tell us about your race, and then I'll go to the library.
Okay. My race is pretty good. Actually, I was working with Sloppy Joe there at the beginning. We actually managed to get us qualified on the front row. I got the pole for my duel, which was pretty nice. So started on the front. I let Joe hop down in front though, because he was better being pushed than I was being pushed. Which I think it was like that with everyone I was with for some reason. But worked with Joe for a lot of the night. Some things happened that kind of got me shuffled back, and then he got shuffled back. We kind of moved back up to the front a little bit, but then we got shuffled back again. And for a majority of the first half of the race, I was working with Sloppy Joe. And then we come in the pit. I managed to outlast him in the braking zone just a little bit. Didn't get a speeding penalty or anything, but he kind of bobbled up just a little bit coming into the pits. But then the kicker was he took 4 tires and I didn't. I only took right sides, and that helped jump me up a lot of positions. I think I come in 6th during that round of pit stops and come out in 3rd place. Was a good amount of distance away from IDK player. He couldn't catch up with me. Darian was up in front of me, and then couldn't communicate with Darian because he was obviously doing the commentary for the YouTube Pro Series account, and the only person in my Discord was Sloppy Joe, so I kept talking to him the whole time. Got hooked up with Darian. I was pushing him. We were gaining on Dale Reynolds, the leader, but then Darian's internet took a dump on him, and that ultimately ended up making him lag really bad in front of me, and it dropped me back like 2 seconds from him for some reason, and we just it took too long for us to get back to each other. You kind of came back with me, but again, I couldn't communicate with you. I knew you were better in front of me, but you were just staying up there expecting me to go in front of you.
I was like slowing down. I'm like, all right, boy, let's go. Let's get pushed. Let's push our way up to the front. Let's go. Let's get it. And then nothing happened. I was like, well, this is stupid. I better get back up in front. And then we were gaining time.
Because I was expecting just, to get back behind you, we'll try and catch Dale, and maybe we just battle for it at the end. But no, you wanted me to go in front, and it don't work that way.
Yeah, no. It sucks. Sorry I lagged. I thought one of us was gonna win the race. I thought, I was like, oh, well, like, okay, like, we're gaining time and stuff. And then IDK player was a non-factor, and so was Sloppy Joe, and N2SC4 took himself out of the race. No, the game took him out of contention. He didn't do anything wrong. And then D-Ray just stole the show. He just won by like 6 seconds or something like that.
I feel pretty confident about my chances as long as I can make it, depending on work and stuff. But because my car's been running really good at Daytona. Got a third place finish in a duel, had a car capable of contending for a win. And then I think we did some fun races not too long ago, and I actually won that one at Daytona. So I think I got a good chance.
I think our whole team working together. If we just do a Stuart Haas, we'll be good.
Carnation, our teammate, also he finished second in the first race. He finished ahead of Eric. He finished ahead of Eric and you, Jarrett. He finished ahead of both of you guys.
Why are you throwing just me under the bus?
That's right. Oh yeah, and Jarrett, talk about your race, man. You were leading. You were making a lot of wild moves. It looked like.
I'll be honest. Aside, of that front four, I think the only one that I think was so good that it took a lot to pass was Ed Sound. Ed Soundhead, he had a really good car.
He was hugged at the bottom pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had to go, I think, under the L. No, we got side by side because I think he hit the Phantom car out of two. And so we were side by side, and I went to the way high side in the corner, but he couldn't get off the apron, and it ended up almost spinning him. And then I was side by side with What If after, with about 9 to go, and Kamikaze, and they were working together. And Kamikaze's thing, again, that North Dakota internet, at least from my view, it didn't look like it on the broadcast, but on my view, was bouncing off each wall. And it basically just took us all out. And luckily I felt bad because I kept ping ponging off What If, and I was like, oh shoot, no, I'm not gonna wreck him too. Crap, and I spun, but luckily he didn't. But no, I felt pretty good about it.
I think your thing is you were probably being a little too nice, and that's why you crashed, man. Yeah, you're being a little too nice there. You're like, I don't want to wreck Kamikaze, even though you wrecked me.
I was blocking left and right. I was cutting people's noses off, man.
Yeah, I know. No, it was.
You don't leak almost 20 laps by just being nice.
It was fun to watch and stuff. It was really fun to watch, and it was a really really fun race to watch and also commentate over. But as team owner, you didn't live up to expectations, so I gotta let you go. Eric, you're fired too, bro.
We're putting Carnage. It's okay. I'm a satellite team. All you can do is close me down.
Oh yeah, I can just close you down or
dude, you got to pay me, the Toyota man, since you run a Toyota. You got to pay me $1 million to keep running your team, okay?
Wow, YouTube Pro Series money? That seems like a lot.
No, Pro Series money, it's like $1 to keep the door things on.
Honestly, though, on this note, we should segue though to promoting the first official points race of the season.
That's
in just
right.
2 days, Friday night. It's going to be at 9:00 Eastern time, p.m. It's going to be the Daytona 500, the first race of the official season. And so that's exciting. All 4 of us will be in it, as well as many of your other favorite YouTubers. We've mentioned a bunch of them, Soundhead, N2SC4R, Kamikaze Games. I always forget them all. Carnation. Goodness, a lot of them. There's a lot of people in the race. So, yeah, I know the official channel will be streaming it. The NASCAR YouTube Pro Series, you can look it up on YouTube, or official YTPS or something like that on Twitter. Follow them for all the details. We'll all be in it, like I said. I don't know if you guys are planning to stream it. I might not stream this race. I probably will stream some races as they happen. I might record it and then upload it the next day, my POV. But I don't think I'm going to stream every single race. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sure some of your favorite YouTubers will be streaming their POVs. So, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to throw this out there. I'll probably stream my race on my Danny B Talks channel, but I do have a Danny B Games that I'm trying to grow. Once I get that one up to once I get that one up to 1,000 subscribers, I might start streaming some on there. But to give every one who is more familiar with me a better chance to see it all, I'll stream it on my main channel.
So I feel like we're going to come in there like that. You ever seen the movie They Live, I think it's called? He walks in, he's like, I've come here to chew bubble gum
and kick ass.
And I'm all out of bubble gum. That's going to be us.
Oh, and by the way, library. Hey, I said it right.
There you go.
There you go.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, God. I need help. Anyways.
Balto Racing in the chat asks, is anyone going to watch the Snowball Derby Sunday? Is there a way
No, hold up. Our boy Dylan Smith's in it.
I know. That's why I want to watch.
And no, it's unfortunately, this is why I hate short track racing sometimes, because websites like speed51.com, you have to buy it, unfortunately. And I'm like, if only you guys could live stream this stuff on YouTube, it would get so many views. It would be crazy. Kind of like how I did with my at the bull ring and stuff too. And I got a super chat from Levi, $4.99. That'll fill up my tank tonight, so I appreciate that. Fun year, guys. Like a bunch of people hope to be on next year, and I got a signed Kenseth shirt today. And apologies, had to brag. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate the support. And so I guess shout out to Eric too. He got a signed Kenseth shirt.
Yeah, I have a car signed by Kenseth and by Jack Roush. So I'm feeling pretty good. I got this for my birthday a couple weeks ago, so I'm okay. I'm jealous.
Guys,
hey, I got it.
Speaking of cars, I want to show you guys something real quick. I want to screen share for you guys.
Please, I have a signed Jeffrey Earnhardt car. What's that tell you? Bow down.
Holy hell! How much you want for it? I will give you my entire allowance for that.
I got a signed Jeffrey Earnhardt car.
If you can present me real quick, I just want to share this with you since it's related to the diecast and stuff. Why didn't y'all warn me that Michael Waltrip was trying to steal my diecast?
Let me guess, Eric Keplinger.
You guessed it.
Is he on drugs, man? I don't know what the hell is going on with him. He's always doing this Michael Waltrip stuff.
Michael Waltrip's biggest fan.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he really is Michael Waltrip's biggest fan. We have to get him on the podcast just so he can, talk with him.
No, we need, when we go to Bristol, we need to find a way to try to run into Michael Waltrip and get him to record saying hello to Eric.
I think there's also a photo of me as well. I think it's on Twitter, I believe. And Michael Waltrip's behind me. I guess he's about to attack me. I'm assuming.
I'll do it. It's only a matter of time till he gets all of us.
Yeah, I know, man. Because people were telling me hey, look behind you earlier, and I was like, wait, what? And then I saw on Twitter, I'm like, oh, he's no, the little tweet stuff too. That's funny. So really quick, someone asked how does qualifying work for the Pro Series? Well, by the way, we got to promote the sponsors here. It's the Soundhead Entertainment Pole Award, by the way. Basically, we do a 3% race, 5-6 laps at any sort of track, and then that's basically qualifying. Then the fastest one from that race gets the pole, and then one of us switches up the settings to a 25%, 2 times wear, and a caution, and caution's on. So that's how that works. Yep. As far as the Snowball Derby that goes, hopefully Dylan Smith can. I would like to see him win, but there's a lot of talent. Chandler Smith, the 16-year-old phenom, is racing. I believe Noah Gregson's racing as well in the Snowball Derby as well. And I don't know. There's always so much talent there. It's crazy.
I was disappointed because I saw a picture of Dylan Smith's car and he has Brian Blaney's podcast on the hood of his car. I'm like, buddy, Dylan, I know you're friends with Ryan Blaney, but you've been on our podcast. Why couldn't they get the connection there?
Well, in his defense, they probably sponsored him. So
I would
they
have paid some money. How much money did they pay for that? I bet he did it. I bet he just did it for fun.
Yeah, surely we can scrounge up $5, and that'll get us all there, right?
I'll super chat.
We've all proven we can give our 2 cents.
Yeah.
Shut up. No, but I don't even want to know how much they paid. But good luck to Dylan Smith, aka the Black Mamba of NASCAR and stuff. Hopefully he wins. If he wins, that could open up a lot more opportunities and stuff. Maybe we might see him in the Truck Series in the future. That would be awesome.
Wasn't this the race?
In the Truck Series.
Wasn't this the race that Eric Jones beat Kyle Busch, and that's kind of how he got discovered?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember I sent out a tweet yesterday and stuff, just saying basically the entire NASCAR YouTube community is supporting him and stuff, which it's true. And so just good luck to him. Good luck to Dylan Smith. So
yep, good luck, buddy.
Hopefully on a good season.
Hearing you talk about the Truck Series and stuff makes me think of something. So on my Danny B Games channel, I started up a new NASCAR Heat 3 series called Replacing Gregson, where I've took over the 18 truck and I'm driving it for a full Truck Series season. Makes me wonder though, who all do you think is actually going to be in that truck next year?
Oh, it's already announced.
Oh, it is?
Harrison Burton. He's going to be in that truck.
When did they announce that?
He said something on Twitter. Him and Gregson did a little video on Twitter.
That's right.
the week of
I forgot about that.
I
yeah,
thought,
the week of the championship race. Yeah, everyone else is saying Harrison Burton. No, Burton's in that truck next year.
I thought Harrison Burton was already 51 though.
But he's going full time in the 18. 51's, I guess it's just part time.
Okay.
Or maybe like Safe Light is gonna be the sponsor and maybe he's in the 51. I don't know. As far as I know, Harrison Burton's in the 18, I think. So
Okay.
So yeah, that'll be interesting. I don't know. I really don't have that any expectations for him, honestly. If he can make it into the playoffs, then that's good. I see maybe like he'll probably make it into the round of 6. I don't know. Playoffs in the Truck Series are weird because they only have 8, and then 2 are eliminated, and then and then a few races later, 2 more are eliminated and stuff. If you ask me, they need to like change that to like 12 or something. So,
But yeah, Xfinity Series does the playoffs perfectly with I think they have 12, right?
Well, there shouldn't be a playoffs, but yeah, they do it fine. I guess they do it fine.
I mean, we all talk about how we want them to lower the number of people that they let in. I think 12 would be a good number. But...
Oh, and also some news yesterday. Matt Tifft is is running for Front Row Motorsports. I was about to say Furniture Row, like no way. But he's running for he's going to be driving full time in the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series for Front Row Motorsports in 2019. I believe it's the 36. Basically, that's the old. That is pretty much the old BK Racing assets. That's why he bought those assets to start a third team. I don't know. Just what's everyone's thoughts on that?
Well, I'd say it's a pretty good week for him, seeing how he got engaged.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did get engaged. I saw something on Twitter. Oh yeah, Chase Briscoe, he got a new ride. He was engaged, and then so was Matt Tifft and stuff. So pretty much the secret is you have to get engaged to get rides nowadays. So.
Where's Danny's ride?
Yeah, I know. Where is Danny's ride? Well, he has a Pro Series ride, so there you go.
Yeah, good point.
He stole part of the 6 car, so maybe he was driving the 6 part-time with Bane and Kenza.
There it is.
We just didn't notice.
No, but I mean, I don't know. Like, I really don't understand why people are mad. Like, are you really surprised?
I think it's just one of those things. It's like Front Row Motorsports is one of those teams. It's like you're there. You've been here for a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's the sport now. I mean, you need money. Teams need money, and
well, I mean, it's like look at like top prospects in the Xfinity and Truck Series. Like Noah Gregson's not going to go to the freaking. He's not going to waste his time in the 36. No. Christopher Bell's not going to go to the 36. They're waiting for the top rides to open up. So I don't really have an issue with a kind of a second. I'm going to call him a second-rate driver getting a ride on a third-rate Cup Series team. I mean, he's going to run 30th, 25th every year next year, even with the Pack Racing Aero package that we might see. Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Like, no big names wanted that ride. Let me put it that way. No big names or big prospects wanted that ride, so they had to give it to somebody.
Well, Front Row is like the equivalent of like the Buffalo Bills of NASCAR. It's just there. You know it's going to be there every year. You know that like once or twice a year they might actually be pretty good and take down someone big like a Talladega. No, or a Daytona. But it's like, for the most part, it's just a bunch of Nathan Petermans in NASCAR.
I'd say, I would say it's the Detroit Lions of NASCAR. I mean, the Buffalo Bills, they at least made 4 straight Super Bowls a long time ago. So I would say it's the Lions because the Lions haven't done squat. So that's what I would say. Oh, I'm so tired. Guys. I didn't know I was going to be hosting today. I'm just so tired.
As long as we're talking football, my inconsistent Titans are always letting me down and lost to Eric's team.
Yeah, we've won 8 straight. I tweeted this. I've been watching the Texans pretty consistently for a long time now. I still don't trust this team. We've won 8 games in a row. We have a pretty good handle on the division. I've watched people on like ESPN, Fox Sports. They're all like, Texans, they might win. They might make it to the Super Bowl. I'm like, you guys. I was watching, I was like, Skip Bayless sitting there like, they could beat any team in the AFC, even Kansas City. Skip. I'm like, whoa. I've watched this team disappoint and just underachieve for 15, 20 years now. I mean, I'm excited. This is the best. This is the most confidence I've ever had in a Houston Texans team. So at best, at most, we'll win 1, maybe 2 play. We might make it to the AFC Championship.
See, I was hoping that maybe the Titans could try to get a wild card AFC appearance, but no, the Colts have already passed us up, and it's looking like we're not even going to make it to playoffs. We have beaten literally both teams from last year's Super Bowl this year, but we have lost everyone else and their mom. So
pretty much.
So I would say due to seeding, though, Eric, you're going to be a pretty big Vikings fan this week with the Vikes playing Patriots.
Yeah, I've never not liked the Vikings. So yeah, hell, go Vikings.
I'd be happy to help. I'd be happy for my team to help yours, man.
According to Jarrett, the Chicago media have they're saying like, oh, the Bears are going to win the Super Bowl. Like that's how delusional they are, man.
Chicago media is usually pretty tough on their teams, aren't they?
They're tough on them, like if they don't win all the time. Once they win, suddenly everything gets turned around.
I see.
No, no. Did tell them the story about that the Bills win and everyone was like, oh, Super Bowl. Yeah. Tell them the story. That's hilarious.
I want to say it was like 2015, right? And the Bears beat the Bills week 1. And this is like when they had Trestman as coach. And all I heard all week from the media was how they're Super Bowl favorites, after this, great win. And all I heard all week in classes was how they were going to win the division and the Vikings weren't going to do anything. And they finished 3-13 that year, I think, and the Vikings won the division and then got bounced like they always do. So we all ended up unhappy.
and then even the fans were like,
I will say they're the class of the NFC North this year. No questions asked. They're going to win that division easy. Doesn't matter if the Vikings win out or anything.
Well, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter because the Rams, I mean, they pretty much own the NFC, so might as well just stop.
New Orleans.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
New Orleans.
No, they don't.
You mean that team that beat the Rams, right?
No, that was a good game. That was just a one-time thing.
Who's going to get the number 1 seed?
Hey, they beat the Chiefs, so that's so bow down. They beat the Chiefs, so
yeah, that has like one of the worst defenses in the NFL.
Ouch.
And I think I'm scoring 54 points to beat them.
Hey, no, the defense scored 2 touchdowns, so it's okay. They scored 2 touchdowns in that game. They also had 3 interceptions that game. So when you really think about it, those 51 points don't matter. No, but in all seriousness, they kind of have to. Well, I mean, Aqib Talib is back this week, so at least the secondary will be back intact, 100% now. But
Aqib Talib.
Yes, Aqib Talib. Did I say his name right? I said his name right, didn't I?
I don't know. Knowing you, it probably wasn't right.
No, it was Talib. It was Talib. Yes, I said it right. I said it right. Okay.
Aqib Talib.
I'm just messing with you. No, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Feels like we're transitioning into the football weekly podcast or something.
Well, I don't think we asked. What was your favorite meme, Danny, of the podcast this year?
Yeah.
My favorite meme of the podcast?
Yeah. I talked about that fan stream on your channel where I had that horrible idea.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty bad.
Hey, to be fair, it was Rusty's first time on the podcast. So
first appearance of Mr. President.
Hey.
And in case we haven't said this enough, subscribe to Rusty Wallers. He's a very nice person.
Hey,
he's awesome.
So I have an idea. Since it's the last stream, this really doesn't matter. I'm kind of tempted to putting the link into the chat just to see what.
Oh my gosh!
Right. I would say for the last 30 seconds.
How much of a
for the last 30 seconds, if you're even considering it.
All right, hold up.
I'm just throwing us out here. When we did that, we barely had like 25 people watching us. How many are watching us right now? 180.
Yeah.
About 7 times that.
They're all rushing to open up their laptops right now.
I'll tell you what. I'll put the link in the chat for like the final 3 minutes. Let's do that.
Viewers at home, turn your volume down if we do that.
It's your channel, Darian. You can risk it.
No, I don't know. You guys keep saying no, don't do it. So
I don't know. You've done teased them. We'll see.
We could literally, I'm telling you, you could put it in for the last like 15 seconds. They can all pop up literally as we're all saying.
Hold on. No, I'll tell you what. Someone has to super chat me $100 and I will do it.
$100 for not even like a guarantee that you're going to get in.
I am going to, someone super chat me $100 and I will put the link there
Or
towards the
what
end.
what if it's a combination of people who do it?
No, it has to be someone. Just someone has to straight up pay me $100.
Basically, somebody pay Darian his book fees, and then we'll be good.
Pretty much. Just pay my my monthly food bill for the month. That's what you say. Let's just put it like that.
I'm just waiting to see if I see it. And if I see it, I'll be greatly surprised.
If I doubt we'll see the $100 and stuff. Just show me the money, guys. Show me the money.
So while we're waiting on that,
there you go, Jerry Maguire.
Dream. What else can we talk about? Do you guys want to talk about the Jimmy Johnson, Fernando Alonso deal? I don't know how close attention y'all paid to that.
I haven't got to pay attention a lot to it. Just been busy, but it happened. Great.
Yeah, I mean it's good for both guys, both sports. It promotes both. That's
Hold on, the Jimmy Johnson, Fernando Alonso ride swap in a nutshell. Johnson went phew, and then Alonso went basically. They sound different.
Yeah, basically. The big takeaway though is Alonso was a little bit faster in both cars than Johnson. You got $199.
Nice try, Flying Gator. Yeah, nice try. That doesn't count. It's all. Thank you for the $199 super chat. I appreciate that. He says $100. Nope, someone's got to straight up pay me $100.
Is that before or after YouTube's tax on it?
I like Raw Gator's comment here. Mr. Beast, where art thou? That dude does so much.
Oh man. No,
maybe
but
just go and DM some black guy or something. He's a YouTuber, people. I'm not generalizing.
Yeah, he's a YouTuber, guys. Yeah, he's a YouTuber.
Okay, if Mr. Beast shows up and pays $100,
I will put the link.
This is Darian's version of the Mayo controversy.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's the finale. But
we're all at risk.
Okay. If y'all really want to ask me what was my favorite meme, it's honestly that I thought that was a fun and hilarious night. We had Zach Harmon from Duke on with us, and it was a great time.
He was probably. Oh God, he'd have to be in the top 10 funnest guests we've had.
Oh, that's what I thought. Let's do a list. Top 10 guests.
Oh, that's hard though.
I don't want to call out anybody specifically. I mean, we had a lot of really good ones.
Well, because I mean, if you look, we had so many drivers. You know, we had Bobby Allison, Awuji, Dylan Smith, Bill Lester, Kayla Eshelman, and they all were great to have on.
I think Bill Lester was probably one of my favorite because of just how fun and how relaxed he was to speak with us.
Yeah, he's so open with it. Mm-hmm. We'll definitely have to have him on next year. Maybe I say next year we should have Bill Lester on for as like a fifth host for a few episodes. Seriously, he's willing to. What do you think, chat? You guys cool with that?
Look, urinating tree when we first had him on, that was like I don't know. I was like in awe.
Y'all are big fans.
Believe it.
That was cool for y'all.
I remember when he first DM'd me back. Me and Jarrett went berserk on Twitter. We were going back and forth like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah, we had a bit of a fangasm there.
Yeah. Oh, we got a $2 super chat from Inside Uranus. I appreciate it, buddy. My favorite guest is Danny B Talks. Shout out to him.
Yeah. I'm the best guest ever.
That's funny. You've been a guest for pretty much all year.
Yeah, wow.
And in all seriousness, though, I did want to kind of bring that up a little bit. So, actually, starting in December, I will no longer be training with someone at my car dealership, and he's actually been good to kind of let me leave early every now and again.
Allegedly, we don't want to put this on the record.
Yeah,
just for his.
But either way, when I'm on my own, I will have to start following schedule. So with that being said, as far as when they're hosted on my channel, it's probably going to have to be that I've actually got a scheduled day off to host.
Ooh, here's a good one. David Land versus Darian. Ah, yes.
That was an episode that happened.
That was
over the summer.
The feud that was never really a feud.
It was just a disagreement. Like a feud is like, oh, I don't really like this guy. I don't really like this guy either. But no, he just got on and we talked, and then afterwards we were like, good show, by the way. We were like, yeah, good show. Like we were just literally just like talking like for quite a while after that one was done. But yeah, David Land is someone I've watched for years, really since 2013 actually, and I don't know, just to like have him on and stuff, and just to kind of debate him, like, oh, NASCAR is better than better than IndyCar. Here's why, and all that stuff. Like, that's like a freaking dream, man. And I was like, and I don't know, like he was talking, and I was like, is this really happening? Like, I'm really like, me and David Land are like talking on here. I've only been on YouTube for like months, for like a few months here, and I already have David Land on a podcast. Like, it was awesome.
Well, I just remember DMing him and being like, yeah, you've been one of our, or no, it's after a show. Like, yeah, you've been like from the start, one of our most requested like people to have on. And he's just like, are you serious?
But yeah.
I still would really love to get Jeff Faviano on with us sometime. If you're not familiar with him, he is a big YouTube gamer / Twitch streamer, but he's also a huge NASCAR fan. He's worked a lot of 704 games before. He's actually probably one of my favorite YouTube gamers to watch, actually. But I tried getting in touch with him during one of his Twitch streams, but he's very hard, to get to notice all the comments, and I can get that he has a big following. One time was able to kind of get like a little small Twitch private messaging going on, but he only responded once and didn't hear back. So unfortunately, don't know if we'll get him on, but we would love to have him on. I know he's a really big fan of our friend David Land, so would love to have him on next year.
I mean, I think the summer here is I'm just impressed with how many different guests we had on. The fact that we had basically a different guest every single week. And like we had some, I mean, like you guys said, we had some drivers, people who've been in the Cup Series. We literally had a NASCAR legend up here on the show for a short period. Like, honestly, I'm impressed. I'm excited to see what where next season takes us, because I know we have a big plan.
I will admit this: the Bobby Allison one could have been better, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it could have been better. But I mean, just the fact we had him on and stuff, it was amazing.
Originally he was supposed to be planned to be like at home for that interview. I think he like maybe had scheduling or something and didn't realize what. But it was pretty funny to see. I'm like, okay, guys, I tried. I got to go. Click.
Yep.
He was like, all right, I tried. I was like, wait, that's it? That's it? And I'm like, I was like laughing. I'm like, oh my God, Bobby Allison just hung up on us.
we are honored.
It's kind of funny that the first person to call me on my current phone is Bobby Allison. I always found that so funny.
Yeah, that was
Here's
cool.
a good question. Will the YouTube podcast ever have an official name? We should probably work on that, shouldn't we?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Once you're sued. No.
Once we're sued by NASCAR, it's like, oh, okay, so let's come up with a name.
Yeah.
So,
Jeez, guys, we were just gonna change it tomorrow, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. NASCAR podcast with Danny B.
I don't know. And some other guests I liked that we had on. What's his name? Dylan Barr. He was cool. I liked him.
Dalen?
Dalen.
Or Dalen, my bad. I said Dylan.
You guys remember that lost episode we had with Natalie Decker? Man, that was a great one.
Yeah.
Wait,
I know, yeah.
The internet wasn't working. We couldn't get it to go live.
I was gonna joke and say
how
that
much you love the memes.
I was gonna
thought that.
I was gonna joke and say that we'd had an episode with her, and I wanted like 5 people in the chat to be like, "Wait, what? Did we miss it?"
No, Carnation's the first ever fan stream we had. Carnation said that most famous quote. Remember, Jarrett?
No, actually, I don't.
Remember, she was like, Jarrett, Jarrett was talking about like, oh, if we ever have Natalie Decker on, we'll just like, we might turn off the chat. And then Carnation was like, I think it would be better to turn off the chat because, I like the chat because I'm in there. But if it's going to be jokes about her being a whole Thanksgiving dinner, then that's just what I was like.
That's right.
And I was dying. That was hilarious, man. And that was Carnation's first appearance, man.
Kind of like your friggin' happy Dexgiving tweet or whatever.
No, I didn't tweet that because like I was already getting a ton of shit because of the rumor, and I was like, wait, I don't want to tweet out.
Oh, yeah, but there was something that came out of all the rumors and stuff this past week about her being in that like women's division in Formula 1.
Yeah, that's right. So
that's
so if this kind of explains it, like why she hasn't announced any plans for NASCAR, because so there's this like W series, and it's basically like this open wheel racing series for women. It's going to start in May. I don't know exactly where they're gonna race or like if it's gonna be on TV, but it's basically just a racing league with women, and there's only 18 open spots, and right now there's 50 drivers up for it, and Natalie Decker's one of them.
She's one of the ones up for it. They haven't actually announced who's going to be in it yet. Is that what I'm hearing?
No,
I saw the list.
There's a list. Like it's tryouts right now. It's like, okay, these are the 50.
Yeah, but they haven't like narrowed it down to they haven't decided which ones are actually going to make it in.
And Natalie Decker's on that list, and also what's her name? Tony Bradinger, the USAC driver. She was just at the bull ring a couple weeks back for a USAC race, and she dominated, of course, and won that race, and she's on the list too. So, it's like, I have mixed feelings about this league because, like I said before, when this was first announced, I said this on Twitter and the podcast. Like, racing is probably the only sport where, women can compete on the same level with men and stuff, and for obvious reasons. Like, obviously, women can't play football or play in the NBA and stuff with LeBron James and all that stuff for obvious reasons, which I won't get into and stuff. So that's why you have separate leagues for them and stuff. But like racing, it's like racing's the only sport where everyone can literally compete with everyone. And then when you start a women's series, I don't know because I like to watch the best in the world race. That's why I watch NASCAR. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't think I'll really be into it. Now, maybe if like Decker's racing in it, I might catch a glimpse of it, but nah.
Yeah. If we, when it comes to something like this, and it's just an idea I have, if you're taking the best of the best women racers and you want to see, for fun, who is the best of the best, that's something that I wouldn't do in one particular kind of car. I would set up a 5 to 6 race season with a few different kind of vehicles and a few different kind of tracks. Set up something where you do something like whatever this formula car is. Set up something where you do like a late model stock car or something like that, a dirt car or something like that. A good variety to really challenge their true racing talents and for fun, see who's the best of the best of women racers.
Yeah, but I mean, who's going to actually watch this though? Is anyone actually going to go to the races? Like, honestly,
that's the issue that they're going to have. Is it going to be as successful as, say, like women's soccer? That's a big deal. That's very fun to watch. But like the WNBA is not as fun to watch.
See, I think it's something that could be shown on TV, yes. But is it something I could see actually getting enough demand to be a live broadcasted thing? Not sure. It could be something that's recorded and shown on TV later. I don't know.
I just think in general, this league could be a good idea. It could not be. It really just comes down to, is it going to make money? Is it going to not make money? I tend to think it won't make money. My only issue with it is it's just like we've seen women be successful in the top levels of racing against men. Danica Patrick has won an IndyCar. Everyone's really high on Hailie Deegan potentially being a real legit superstar in the near future. And
the Force girls.
There's literally
the Force girls in drag racing. They are never talked about ever, and they won multiple championships.
Exactly. So there's you said it best. There's no physical there's no physical barriers in racing the way there would be in like football, for example. So it feels like it just feels.
And I also feel like it's kind of disrespectful to like, I don't know, women who like, that had to face a ton of criticism in the early days of like motorsports. Janet Guthrie raced in an era when women and children weren't even allowed on pit road, and then what's her name? Pippa Man has like slammed this league from the very beginning. Like, she has completely just slammed this league as well. If you don't know who Pippa Man is, hopefully I'm saying that right. If you don't know who she is a IndyCar driver who owns her. She does own her own team, I believe. Is that true? Does anyone know that?
Oh, I have no idea.
I think she does. I'll probably have to ask David Land. Chat, help me out. I believe she does own her own team, and she's raced in the Indy 500 before. She does not like this idea at all. She was like tweeting out like,
holy shit.
Oh my God. Someone did it. Who did it? He did it.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Corey Lockwood just bought your bristle.
Darren,
Oh my
you
God.
podcast prostitute.
Oh my God.
He laughed. He laughed.
Oh my God. Someone did it.
You
Don't challenge like that. That's the thing you got to learn. You just don't challenge people on the internet
What the freak?
unless you want that blowback.
What does it even say?
It
Merry
was-
Christmas, Bristol Fund.
Yeah. He just bought your Bristol ticket, dude.
Oh my God.
His Bristol ticket with the Heat 3 coupon, he probably bought all of our Bristol tickets.
God
Okay,
almighty.
he paid for your share of the place we're renting, so
I already
I
used
think
my
we need
Heat
to
3
make sure he
ticket.
gets on before anyone else.
I didn't think anyone was going
Corey
to
for
do
the
that.
win.
Now we all have to pay for this, Darian. Now you have to let people into the stream.
Shout out to Corey, man. Thanks for the $100 super chat. Wow.
we will
appreciate it.
honor our word.
You
Yeah,
got to make sure
yeah,
Corey
we-
gets on here, man. Like,
Don't worry.
I'm
I
sorry,
will-
you donate $100, you deserve to be on.
Yeah, that's right. How can I send him the? I want to send him the
Well,
link.
doesn't he follow all of us on Twitter?
Corey, if you're
Doesn't-
on Twitter, send us a big tweet, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah, send us a big
I'm pretty
tweet
sure
and
he follows us.
I'll DM you the link. You know, since you were the one who paid the $100 and stuff, so I appreciate that.
Get him on for a few minutes before we send it out to everybody.
Yeah, I know. Just tweet at us and stuff, and I'll DM you the link, man. Appreciate it.
Freaking
And
legend.
And chat, do not worry. In the final 5 minutes of the show, I will put the link in, and you guys have to race.
Oh my
to the link.
gosh! Oh my
This
gosh.
is gonna be an awesome way to end off the podcast.
It's going to be a way to
Throwback.
end off the podcast.
Just please go one at a time and on introducing yourself.
Oh God!
Yeah, that worked last time.
Oh, it's gonna be hilarious. Because I see some people in the chat, and oh God!
Yeah, RIP headphone users.
Oh man! All right. Yeah, just tweet at us, Corey, and then we'll get you on. But I don't know what to say. Like I'm sidetracked now. I'm like, whoa, like what the hell?
Shit.
So this is gonna be fun. I'm sorry, guys. I was like calling people out because I was like, they're not gonna do it, and then someone actually $100 and does it.
You doubted them. All right, Corey, send us a big tweet, okay?
Oh wait, he did?
No, I'm
it's
just reminding him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and tag us all in it, and I'll DM you the link. But
Maybe
yeah.
he doesn't want to be on the podcast.
Yeah, maybe he just was like, he wants everyone else to be on the
Maybe
podcast.
he didn't even watch. He just popped in, dropped a little.
I'm sorry, you pay $100, like you
get
on.
on.
What if it's some guy who just missed that entire part and just said, "I'm giving you $100."
I doubt that. I doubt it. I doubt it, man.
He did call it the Bristol Fund. He didn't even say a thing about the podcast.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, that has to be the biggest coincidence in the world. Like, oh, that's like the biggest fucking. Oh my gosh. Well, chat. Thank what's his name? Oh, thank Corey for the $100, and the link will be in the final 5 minutes. So.
No, gosh, we got. What else can we talk about before then? We didn't. Yeah. What have we not talked about? Has there been any huge news? Isn't the Champions Banquet tomorrow?
Yeah, it is.
Well, actually, no, it's not a banquet anymore. It's an award ceremony.
Well, that's what it's always kind of been, hasn't it? Sort of.
No, it's always been a banquet. Like they've called it a banquet, but like they changed it to like an award ceremony now. So.
And I'm still not sure. Like, I don't know how many more years it's supposed to be in Vegas, but I think here in the near future it could be moved here to Nashville, from what I've heard.
Hey
That'd
Corey,
be
can you
something.
put in if you're comfortable with it, put in what your Twitter handle is, just so we know for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. But
I saw the tweet, but I just want to make sure that it's like not somebody else.
Yeah.
I recognize the thumbnail, the profile pic. I just want to be completely sure.
yeah, and I don't know. I was talking about this with Matt this morning, and he was like, "Oh, can you go, can anyone go to that?" I'm like, "Well, no, it's not open to the public. First of all, and second of all, we're in Las Vegas. Like nobody's gonna go, even if they wanted to. I mean, it makes sense to have this, and I mean, it makes sense to have like the award ceremony in somewhere in the South, like let's say like a Nashville or like a Charlotte or a Daytona Beach, even something like that. Like in Vegas, like there's no, I don't like it.
Okay, Jared, I think that might be the same guy.
Yeah, it is.
All right, do I send the link now?
Well, I don't know. Wait, the guy in the chat, the Corey Locker in the chat, I do not think is the same guy because look at the profile picture on the super chat.
Yeah.
It's K.
Wait, what is that?
It's just a K. It's just a K.
Yeah, I don't know that's the same person.
Well, I don't.
You can change the names pretty easily, but I don't know.
I haven't really seen like much on the super chats if they just come with like a K or if they come with their actual profile picture.
No, that's his Google account. There's a K. It has his K. It has a K on there because of his first name, Corey, with a K.
So you can say that, but you can't say library.
That has to be. That's probably the biggest freaking meme of 2018. Eric Keplinger has already screenshotted my face, and it's all wow. So, all right, let's find him and let's get him in. Oh wait, hold on. He just DM'd me. He NASCAR fan 9. I believe that's him.
Okay, maybe it might be him. Cool.
All right, buddy. I'll send you the link right now. Let's do this.
So is this basically the end of the show then? Are we wrapping up?
Yeah, it's 6:42 over here, so kind of sort of. So
yeah,
I'll send him a link first. And then oh gosh, and then I'm gonna put the link.
I think we need to talk to him at least for 5 minutes or so.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Give him a good amount of time.
Like,
all right.
in your right mind made you think that like donating $100 to us was a good idea?
I know, man. Oh, this is gonna be funny. All right, let's see. I'll accept it, and I'll give him the link. There you go. So the link has been sent, and yeah, it's gonna be. Wait, what happened?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. For some reason, everyone's cameras was off for some reason. So.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're preparing to run.
I saw everyone else doing it, so I did it too.
Oh, I don't.
The whole time.
Oh, I don't know what happened. Eric, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm there. I was just getting a drink.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, where did everyone go? Did it stop? I'm like, don't tell me the broadcast stopped now. Like the broadcast is
epic prank on Darian.
Yeah, I know.
Corey Lockwood
All right.
hacked the mainframe.
All right, so there's Corey. That is Corey.
Welcome to the stream, Corey, Mr. Lockwood. Wait, is that his name?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, Lockwood. What's up, man?
Good.
So I gotta ask, man, what in your why in your right mind would you send me $100, man?
Well, one, I want to do it for the chat. Two, had some extra money lying around. Had nothing really better to do with it.
That's how it works.
Well, we appreciate it. How long have you been watching us, man?
I want to say since March.
Oh wow, from the very
That's how long
beginning.
I've been watching too.
Wow. So you've been watching it from the very beginning, man. Appreciate that. That's dedication right there. So yeah, he was watching this. I think when it was just Danny and Jarrett, correct?
No,
Maybe
I think I found one of your videos, Darian, and then I heard about the podcast.
Oh really? Oh,
I
okay.
think you were on in March by then, Darian. That sounds about right. Maybe April. I don't know.
Was I on in March? Jarrett, was I on in March or wasn't it like April? Something like that.
Middle April, low April.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, close enough,
I
man.
know.
So I remember seeing you for a while, Corey. So I know that
Yeah.
you've been watching us for a long time.
Yeah. Probably talked to Jarrett most on Twitter out of all of you.
Yeah, that's right. He always likes my stuff on Twitter and stuff too. When I saw the account and stuff, I was like, oh wait, I know him and stuff. He
Yeah, I just
retweets my stuff or whatever.
I just wanted to be completely sure it was you because I'm like, I swear it has to be him, but just make sure someone else,
Yeah.
But I'm like, damn, that's awesome.
Yeah,
So
the account the account I contacted you guys with to get the DM is a NASCAR account because I get irritated with Twitter. So just kind of have two separate accounts.
I
I
don't
feel
blame
you,
you, man.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's
Yeah,
understandable.
Twitter can be very toxic at times. Not as bad as Facebook, but Twitter for sure.
So Corey, we kind of asked ourselves this, but what has been your favorite meme from the podcast this year?
It's got to be John Deere.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's hard to go wrong with that.
Yeah, I have to agree. Well, actually, Eric Keplinger did a poll and Danny B won. Like Danny B, whatever. Like,
Danny B
Like-
sitting there. Danny B
yeah, Danny
selling
B
cars.
sitting there. Yeah.
Danny B drinking Mountain Dew.
Danny B getting married soon.
Danny B
you can do a
Mayo.
lot of that.
Danny B
But no.
to the 41.
I wish I was going to 41.
I mean, yeah, John Deere, that's probably the most iconic meme and stuff. So it's hard to argue with that, I guess.
I want to say it's either that one or the Staborn one, the Carnation clip. That
Yeah. That like what?
I forgot which one it was, but it was like either the Staborn one or the John Deere clip that Carnation has, where I'm just like, yeah, never let this meme die. Ever.
And then
All right.
and a late season contender, Library.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Hey.
right up there. That's rocking to the top.
Hey, what are you talking about? It's library. Duh.
Welcome,
Yeah,
welcome to the land of the normal.
There you go. I don't know. Some of these words and stuff I just say them just weird, just very odd sayings like, oh, I'll see you at the library. Really soon.
All right.
Oh, God.
So Corey, we get a lot of guests on this show. So I want to ask you, is there anything you've wanted to ask us since watching us?
No, not really. Usually when I ask, it gets answered from the chat. So really, no, I really don't have anything to ask.
Glad to know we're doing our jobs then. Glad we're paying attention out there. It's what we pride ourselves. We pride ourselves in our customer service.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you being a fan of the show and stuff. And I know the chat definitely appreciates you. Like, you're a legend now. But like, I gave $100. Like, my reaction, I was like, what? What the heck?
We
Someone
should
actually
call
did
the
it.
$100 super chat the Corey tier.
The Corey tier. Yeah, that's season 2 for sure. Someone reached the Corey tier and stuff for each episode, man. That's funny.
A Corey tier subscriber. I feel like last time we hosted on my channel, we had a great guy, Alec, who was like that.
Such a giving community. Yeah,
Yes.
I like this one. I like Rusty. King Corey. I like
Yep,
that
King Corey. There you go. So is that his new
one.
nickname?
Mr. Moth put Corey, and I just hear it being like chanted like the Bill Nye one. Bill, Corey.
I feel like before we send out this link later, we need to have like a minute or two of silence because we know it's not going to be silent after that.
Wait, hold on. I'll tell you what. I'll send out the link and then we just like turn off our cameras and mics and stuff. I want to see who comes in first.
We just leave.
We just take a break. We take a break and we let the fans take over the podcast.
No, we walk away and start another hangout and be like, look at these guys thinking
Yeah, look at
how good we are.
Wait, no, it's on my channel, so no, we can't do that.
We start a new podcast on Jarrett's channel.
No, because it's keeping me out. We'd have to start probably on either yours or Danny's.
What if we just do that? We like start a podcast. We have this podcast here on Darian's channel, but then we let a bunch of people in and leave. They're all stuck here. We all go now to Danny's channel. We start the podcast there. Then we let a bunch of people in that one. Then we leave and go to my channel. And all of a sudden we have just like all of our channels filled with
And
fans.
what we do is we share screen on each one, so it's like podcastception.
I feel
Oh my
like
gosh.
that idea is like podcast meets BS stream times 1,000.
Pretty much, this is what this finale is. It's like a NASCAR podcast and a BS stream just mixed together.
It's sort of a return to the earlier form.
It's basically a throwback. It's kind of a throwback to the old days that were this year. To the old days, I guess.
Well, I mean, when you know internet time, it's basically like last week is a year ago in internet time.
Eric, I just saw that and I agree. I am going to explode in laughter if that happens. Guys, look at the chat.
That'd be great. Or look in the group chat. Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah,
No.
that would be funny.
Please, I hope
That's
that happens.
great.
Okay, all right, guys. So we are getting towards the end of the podcast, so I think it's about time. Should I send out the link right now?
Well, did you
Can we
see
thank
what
everybody
CH
for
put?
watching all year?
Yeah,
Yep.
because we're probably not going to get a word in edgewise unless you start kicking people like we did that
Yeah,
one.
no, I may actually just mute my microphone just to give our guest a chance to say something.
Yeah, I'm just gonna mute my mic. I'll probably leave my my face cam on and stuff, but I just want to see who gets in here and stuff and just hear what they have to say first.
So with that being said, hi, I'm Danny B. Danny B Talks, Danny B Games, whatever you want to call me. Subscribe to both my channels. You're gonna like it. I do NASCAR stuff and NASCAR games over on Danny B Games. Subscribe. Also subscribe to PewDiePie. We must beat T-Series. Come on, 9-year-olds.
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting situation. India has people dying, but goddamn if we don't, if we're not number one on YouTube, goddamn if we gotta beat PewDiePie, guys. Let's get it.
Got their priorities.
Yeah.
I'm Eric. Well, thanks for watching all year long. It's been awesome to really be a part of this NASCAR online community. I've had a great time doing this show. I'm excited for what's in store for the 2019 season. Y'all know where to find me, Eric Estep on YouTube, Out of the Groove. Got some other videos planned for the coming weeks before the Christmas season, or I guess we're in the Christmas season, before Christmas. So you know where to find me. Thanks for watching, everybody. And thanks to Corey for he's being very nice, very polite on the stream here. But thanks for the big super chat. It's gonna be a wild finish.
It's gonna be a wild finish. What a way to go out.
Yeah, it's
Jarrett.
gonna be like the Roval.
Yeah, Jarrett.
No. Oh yeah. You want me to go, or do we want to just keep cutting each other off like an old married couple? Hey, I had to have one last zinger in there before the end of the year.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yep. I'm the Iceberg. I'm pretty sure most people in here know that already, so I don't know why I keep saying it. But yeah, let's see if we can get me to 2K by the 500. How about that? And
Oh, that's what I forgot. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Let's get the Iceberg to 2,000. He's only 19 away right now, guys. So go subscribe to him.
Yeah.
Smash
No, I'm
subscribe.
Oh, he's 16 away. Even better. Go subscribe to him, guys, and see if we can get him
subscribe.
up to 2K.
But yeah, so I'm happy to see all you guys each week. It's been fun, and next year I think is going to be even better, especially with the stuff that we got planned. So stay tuned.
Yes, it's going to be awesome. Hold on, I'm trying to put the other stream up right now so I can put the link in so I can comment it. Oh, there we go. All right, guys. I guess I'll say one last thing and stuff. Wow, season 1 is officially in the books. When Danny B and Jarrett started this, I don't think they ever even anticipated this even to happen and stuff. That first ever stream, Danny B looked tired as hell, and Jarrett, he was just like this happy boy and stuff, like, oh, I'm so happy to be doing this podcast and stuff. And now look where we are today and stuff. Then Eric came on later and stuff, kind of put them on too. I was telling Eric, like, that was really big of him. He's been on YouTube for like generations, it seems like. And, he just out of nowhere just like wants to help these, young up and coming YouTubers out and stuff in Danny B Talks and the Iceberg. And then Jarrett, he messages me, and I didn't see it for about a month because I was drunk when he sent it to me. So I didn't know. So like I was like, am I forgetting something? Then like a month later, I was like, oh, that's right. He asked me to be on the podcast. And then one thing led to another, and became a series regular. So I really appreciate that. Season 2 is going to be even better. We got some big things planned out. We're going to make this bigger and better than ever and stuff. Like, season 1 is good, but we're never ever satisfied, with just being good and stuff. We want to be great. You feel me? We want to be great. And season 2 is definitely going to be a great one. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Black Lives Matter, and I'm going to let me ask everyone of the panel to mute themselves and their mics, because I want to see who gets on and stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is Black Lives Matter. I'll see you in a bit. The link's coming right now.
Yes.
Hello?
Of course.
Yes.
Hello?
I'm dying.
Yes.
Yes.
Welcome to the stream, everyone.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Of course.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
I am
Eric,
here. All right, I got in.
Keplinger got in. Oh my
course.
god.
Take that.
I think that's the
I'm
first
in.
time we've had someone 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
That's the first time
Yes.
we've ever had 2 weeks in a row.
I'm impressed.
Oh man. Oh, I was expecting Carnation to get in, but
Okay.
Me too.
Wow.
So far, so good. I don't see anyone running across a bed like I did last time.
That was nobody being climbed on.
Nope.
Oh wow. Okay, so now that you guys are here, what do we talk about for a little bit? We're about to go off the air. Just maybe introduce yourselves and stuff, and give us your give I can't even talk. Give us the funniest moment on the podcast in season 1 in your opinion. Eric, start us off.
Oh, me. Well, I'm Eric. You all know me. I already introduced myself, and you find me on Twitter and stuff. So, biggest Mike Walter fan, whatever. I can't remember because it's just been so good this year. It's just so many big things, so many funny things. Like I can't pick a favorite, honestly.
Well, that's the easy answer.
Yeah, that's the
Well,
easy
thank
way
you for
out.
joining us. Let's hang up.
Just kicked me out already.
I see we got Tyler in here. I've seen you in the chat and stuff. What was your favorite moment, man?
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, good. Well, I believe a lot of people, they underrate the whole Natalie Decker Thanksgiving thing. I thought that was hilarious. I just thought that was generally underrated. I mean, you got the classics like John Deere. You got the ones like, trying to think, Stubborn. But generally my favorite was the whole Natalie Decker spiel.
Yeah, I remember earlier in the year. That was like the biggest meme and stuff earlier in the year too. So yeah. Oh, and someone left, so we have one
We got
more
a free
open
spot.
We have a free spot.
He did not have a microphone, so he chose to leave.
And let's see who else we got. Oh my gosh, we have Kyle the Killer in here.
Showman the Bowman.
Oh, shit. Made it. Holy crap.
No way, is that Alex Bowman himself?
Showman the Bowman.
We're gonna say it is.
Oh man.
Racing Bowman.
I can't believe I actually made it in.
Yeah, what's up, man? Give us your favorite moment. Give us your favorite moment of season 1.
Oh man, I don't know. Can you
All
hear
right,
me?
be on the show.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, what is it, Wendy there or something?
That's his answer, just breathing on the mic.
No,
Make it win.
it's making me laugh even more because I'm just seeing that picture of Alex Bowman and just hearing that. And it's just making me laugh.
He's hiding in a dryer.
Sorry.
All right. Who else do we have in here? Hoodlum with a Alex Bowman picture for his Google thing. Nate, give us your favorite moment from season 1.
I know I recently started watching the podcast. I wasn't really into it at the beginning, but I did see some funny moments. I did definitely like the Stubborn. That was funny. I love that one.
Oh man, yeah, that seems to be everyone's
The
favorite.
funny thing about that one is that because I went back and watched that again a few nights ago on Carnation's channel, and I just see me in the corner, looking, and then I went on looked really quick, and I'm like, wait a minute, wait, that's what he meant stubborn, because it was something he read in the chat, and I'm like, wait a minute, Darian, wait, that's how stubborn is spelled, right?
I'm like, no, it's not. No, it ain't.
Oh, that
And all
You see,
started from there.
You see, I
It's
thought
okay.
it was. Oh,
It's
go ahead.
okay, Darian. My dad has trouble spelling too.
It's not that I have trouble spelling. I have
Trouble
trouble.
spelling.
I have trouble saying words sometimes. I thought it was spelled. I thought stubborn was spelled BURN, but jokes on me.
Oh yeah, no.
So I was a little confusing, I guess. We have one more guy in here, Kyle the Killer, but his mic is muted. I know who he is. I played NASCAR Heat with him and stuff. There we go. There he is and stuff. So Kyle the Killer, give us your favorite moment from season 1.
The Wikipedia. I mean, when we changed.
Oh my god.
Joe corn on the cob.
Mike.
That was,
Yeah, that's
yeah, that was, yeah, I'm surprised nobody else said that. since you're the last one and stuff before you. But yeah, that Wikipedia one was hilarious. That was just hilarious, man.
We need the podcast needs to get its own Wikipedia page. I don't know how you do one of those. Do you apply?
Eric Keplinger, can you make us one, please?
I'll try. Don't worry.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I trust
remember
Keplinger.
the first time somebody messed with it was Derek Cope's page,
Hmm.
and I was in the middle of a lake in Wisconsin, and I get sent something like I want to say either Darian or Danny sent it to me. One of you two, I think, did, where it was like, oh my God, look what they did on here, and then I got tagged in a tweet with it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the Mad Men did it. And it was like, he's recently been turned into a meme on the NASCAR Weekly
podcast.
And by the way, Iceberg,
Hey, check it out.
congratulations! You just hit 2,000 subs.
Hey!
Congratulations, Iceberg.
Nice. Congrats.
Round of applause.
Happy
2,000.
birthday to you. I didn't know what we were doing.
Oh man.
Okay.
Congrats, Jarrett, man. That's
I
awesome.
just need 18 more to surpass the current year.
This is for all of our great fans who are in here right now. Any questions you guys may have for us now that you're in here?
Thoughts on Michael Waltrip?
Greatest driver of all time. Next question.
I don't hate his
Would
grid watch
Would you
as much
call
as
water
others.
snow gravy or snow broth?
Wait, what? Wait, what?
I'm
Hold
from-
on.
Would
I'm
you
from
call
Texas.
water
I've never seen
gravy or
snow.
snow broth?
All right, hold on. Say it one more time. Time.
Would you call water snow gravy or snow broth?
I would call it snow broth.
Yeah, snow broth sounds better.
Oh, that's a funny one. Yeah, snow broth.
Another acceptable answer would also be earth sauce.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'll take my earth of a side of earth sauce.
A
This
classic
is a
earth
serious
sauce.
one now. This goes to everybody here, I guess. But 1 year ago today, would you ever see yourself in a situation now?
Oh, absolutely
No.
not. No, absolutely not, man. Last year I was thinking I want to get this YouTube channel thing started, but I don't know how. And now I'm doing a freaking podcast. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think a year ago I was just kind of contemplating the idea of starting up a new YouTube channel, but trying to figure out where would I like to take it, what kind of content would I like to make. And I mean, during this first year, it's took me a while to kind of get an established feel for Danny B and what Danny B is. But now I feel like it's going in a good direction. Honestly, I mean, obviously he can speak best for himself, but if you ask any of us, I would only guess maybe Eric is the only one who could possibly think that he'd be, still doing something YouTube related right now.
Well, I mean, yeah, I said this I think before the two Jarrett and Danny came on, but when I first got into college, 2016, I was kind of thinking YouTube was going to be done for me. I was like, it's going to be kind of taken on the back burner for a little while. But this last year, mainly after starting the podcast, meeting people, getting to talk to other YouTubers, guests, YouTube Pro Series, this has been the most fun year making YouTube videos for me. So that's been a pretty sweet deal. And Inside Uranus asked if we need interns.
Oh, do we need interns?
Gosh.
Yeah, we haven't thought about that. Maybe.
I like how
We
to be an
kinda had
intern.
one with Carnation.
Yeah, we got an intern.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Carnation. Yeah, Carnation's kind of like the intern, and so is
Rusty too.
Keplinger
And Rusty, yeah.
Carnation has become our adopted son.
I like how Inside Uranus is literally paying us to be an intern. It looks like with the $2 super chat. He's not just an unpaid intern. He is literally paying us.
Now Eric
Corey.
Keplinger is our lead Photoshop designer.
Yes.
Yeah, he designed my logo. And we got
Haha.
Levi.
Hey, nice try, Caleb. Haha, he tried to get me again.
But
Oh no.
I would say that for me, last year at this time was actually right when I started actually thinking about the podcast a little bit, but I never thought it would get much more than 10 people watching. I was sitting there, I'm like, what the heck, we'll try it, whatever. But I didn't think it would get anywhere to if you told me last year at this time, hey, you're gonna be talking to Bobby Allison by the end of the summer, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's a good one. Who am I
Hold
actually
up.
gonna be talking to?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's been an
Surpassing
amazing
glass
year.
case of emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that's really hard to do, but that's just my opinion.
They do
Yeah, I
great.
actually watched
They do
last
great.
case.
Sorry.
No, they're good. They're good and stuff. I mean, they're just a little different and stuff with the way they do things and stuff down here.
I don't want to hear people say we get off topic with football when they're talking about like pooping on each other and stuff.
Yeah, they seriously.
We're not
did
getting
that.
that far off topic.
I heard Ryan Blaney say recently that they may not even come back next year. That might be done.
Serious, really?
Really?
We need to merge with them.
Yay! Then everyone's gonna watch
They need to
us.
liquidate all their
Yeah,
assets.
Blaney for the podcast.
It's because Blaney's coming full time. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll give them
Wait,
$20
hold on.
for their studio.
Part time.
Wait, hold up. So basically, when you think about it, the NASCAR Weekly podcast has put Glass Case of Emotion out of business.
Okay. No. I'm gonna stop you right there.
Yes, we
No,
did.
that did not happen.
They saw us.
This is what you get for not coming on our show, Blaney.
They saw us. They saw the podcast, and they're like, "Damn, we're never gonna top this. We might as well just close shop. We might as well leave."
That did not happen.
I love the idea of a bunch of corporate suits sitting back looking at us with all these like the 10 of us in here just like, well, damn, we can never do this, can we?
We can never do this. We might as well give up.
Just imagine a NASCAR executive. We gave you thousands, and they're literally on a Google Hangout.
Oh man. Well, I think this is a good time to basically officially wrap up season 1 and stuff. Again, thank you guys for so much for watching season 1, as well as the fans who are also in here. Thank you guys so much for also supporting the podcast. And yeah, so anyways, this is Black Flags Matter. Catch you next time, and we will catch you in season 2. Bye, guys.